All right, No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and we have traveled all the way to beautiful Miami to have the first conversation that I've had with 6ix9ine since 2017.
Yes,
How you feeling?
I feel good. First of all, we're in Miami right now
As Steve will do his home.
at Steve will do its house. He's probably taking shit, but great guy. Thank you for coming to Miami.
No doubt.
Miami's like, you're from LA, right?
I'm from New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Where the is that?
4 hours from Bushwick.
Oh, for real? Oh, wait.
like
is
right
it-
outside Boston.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I lived out there for like 7 years, and that's one of our weird coincidences is that the exact area of Brooklyn that I lived in for like 4 years is the exact area where you were working at the bodega. So I might have gone and like bought an iced tea from you at some point.
That's hilarious.
that
I didn't
crazy?
make iced tea. I made smoothies.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel good about this because even if we had our differences, you're the reason. Well, you're the reason, and I was telling this to my people before the interview. I said you're the reason, a pretty big reason of destiny
That you got signed.
that I got signed.
Right. Okay.
So you know, early on this interview, I want to address that if you didn't like deny me and
We can get into all that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So,
But I almost feel like you're giving me too much credit with that because it's like at that point, you already had so much momentum that like, yeah, you got signed by 10K or whatever, but it's like you probably had like 10 other labels that were.
yeah, but no, so that's the thing. We could dive into it now. Me coming to LA was the sole purpose for the No Jumper interview because you were the hottest thing in interviewing all the underground rappers,
Yes.
which is XXX. Who else was hot at that time?
Like early on, you know, Lil Peep,
X,
Suicide Boys.
Suicide Boys. You were doing all those, and I just wanted like one shot at that platform because I knew my demographic. My demographic was underground, 6ix9ine, Pimpin', Shinigami, all that hentai, like like Rage.
Yeah.
It was Rage. So,
Which to people might almost sound confusing because a lot of people got familiar with you at like Gummo, at which point it's like, oh, he's a street
Mainstream,
rapper,
yeah.
gangster rapper, which is
wasn't-
like, they forget this whole era.
a lot of people that don't know 6ix9ine, where's my camera? That one?
Either way.
A lot of people who don't know 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine was part of the Rage movement.
Yes.
Rage movement means like metal mixed with rap. So an example I could give is like XXX,
His early stuff.
XXX early stuff. Like,
Yeah.
but something that people want to understand right away is like up. So 6ix9ine made that music,
Yeah.
and we met in New York.
We got to tell the story of us meeting up because there's a vlog out there that like you're like not even really in the thumbnail, but the fans figured it out along the way, so it has like 3 million views or some shit. But like, all right, so this is the memory: is that there was a dude named Slosher who.
Yo, shout out to Slosher. You know, he's and I want to give this next 20 to 30 seconds to appreciate Slosher.
Shout out to Slosher.
Slosher.
The viral picture of you holding hands with him in the airport.
Yeah. So
for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about.
But I want to give. All right, so the 30 seconds start now because I really want people to appreciate this kid. This kid wasn't part of my day ones, you know what I mean? He was part of like a friend group that grew and like that became in love with the 6ix9ine, right? So Slosher actually gave money to a no money having 6ix9ine for us to fly to LA. So when you like dubbed our interview, when you like didn't
Which
answer,
I have no.
I have
but let me explain memory of
'cause
this.
I'm giving Slosher his
I'm
flowers
open
real
to the
quick.
possibility that that's true, but I do not
that's
remember
true,
that
that's
at all.
true.
Oh, okay.
So Slosher, he will receive, I don't know if he want me to say this, he would receive like checks every month because his dad was in the military as a veteran.
Oh, okay.
And any son of a veteran who will receive checks, he would get money for. Slosher like gave us money to like eat and stuff like that while we went to LA with like the last $700 we had, because we shot a video in a Home Depot for some rapper.
Famous Dex?
No, it was another rapper.
Oh, okay.
It was a rapper from Brooklyn. We shot a video for him in a Home Depot parking lot, edited it real quick, charged him $750. And with those $750, we booked flights to LA from Philadelphia on Spirit, hoping, because we were in communication about it, doing an interview. I was speaking to you through text, but you were like, one respond to me. I'm like, yo, let me just take my shot and go. There's an opportunity to get a no jumper interview.
Well, we got to talk about when we first met.
Yeah, but I was giving Slosher his flowers.
Okay, so I went to New York for some totally unrelated shit, except I remember I was at Oz Cohen's house, which is Lyra Cohen's house.
Yeah, his son, right?
Yeah, so I'm at his son's house, like smoking weed and hanging out or whatever, talking about music. And so then Slosher had hit me up earlier in the day, wanting to hang out or whatever, because we had kind of been talking online. And
you watched the Slosher music video.
Yes.
That made you want to...
No, but the reason why I initially wanted to with him is because there was a picture of him in a hot tub with a bitch right here, and he was fingering her.
I shot that video with all the... So for
and
everybody...
there was mad fake pints of lean in there.
No, it was real pints of lean.
Oh, really? Okay.
So for all the people that don't know the context of what he's saying, Slosher, I used to be a videographer. Everyone knows this. 6ix9ine was a videographer before a rapper.
Right.
So I was shooting videos on my Canon 7D.
Okay.
Slosher paid me to do a music video, and I was the one to come up with the concept of the music video. The concept of the music video, the video treatment, everything was on me. So I took him to a motel, like them $40,
Yeah.
4 hours type of music video. So
that's how you got that image.
Yeah, the
of
video
him
that was my whore. Yeah, that was my bitch, like one of my bitches.
Right, and so then.
And I don't want to say her name because she's like degraded in this video.
She probably got a husband now.
Yeah, she probably got a husband. This was 2017. We're in 2025. That was 8 years ago. She's probably married with kids.
Yeah.
And some guy definitely, like, you know how in the 20s she's whoring out, and in the 30s she's like, don't be that guy. There's somebody that's that guy. Right
I'm opposed to that though. I think you got to be that guy. You got to turn into a housewife.
Yeah. I'm all for that. So he literally, okay, so I came up with a video treatment for him to be in the motel with all these lean. And shout out 6ix9ine. I know you're going to clip this, put this on Instagram. 6ix9ine was part of my blow up, and attributed with money. But anyway, long story short, he gave me all the pints.
Okay.
Is that snitching?
But you weren't drinking lean.
No, that's like... That's not. It's
no,
empty,
but there was,
it's empty pints.
Oh, wait. Okay, because I remember. Do you remember I interviewed the rapper Dash? And he was talking about
Dash.
you.
And Dash was like, he was homeboy with 16.
Because there was a famous lean dealer who I have no idea if he's still a lean dealer, but he would say that you would come around and just be kind of lurking and just trying to pick up game and just hanging out even though you didn't drink lean. Which does sound like.
Yeah, I don't think I was
6ix9ine.
trying to pick up game. I was literally, 16 was my friend. Like,
Okay.
To this day, he plays Call of Duty. His username is You Got Robbed. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, 6ix9ine is a great guy. A close friend of mine. He's the one who gave us the all those pints. And they were real pints.
Okay.
But he's a great guy. He's not a drug dealer or anything. But he literally gave us those pints. I filmed the music video with Slosher. It was in a motel room in a jacuzzi. So that's what you've seen. I filmed that.
And so there's a picture of him, and I posted the picture on Twitter because it just looks so crazy of him with his fingers in the girl in the hot tub. And then he actually got that image printed on a tote bag.
Yeah, and then was walking around with the tote bags.
And then sent it to me. I thought this was just like the funniest thing in the world that I had a tote bag now with this image on it. So then when I'm in New York, he hits me up, and I looked at my DM with him the other day, and I actually said, I'm like, yo, I only got one night in town, but you got drugs and girls? And no drugs actually were done, but he met me outside of Oz Cohen's house, and it was him, some guy with like orange and green hair, and then two reasonably attractive Hispanic women.
I brought them.
Okay. And I've always kind of like wondered about them.
Wait, was I there?
Yeah, yeah.
So I brought
You're the
them
green
in.
and orange hair guy, yeah. But I didn't know who you were.
Oh,
I had never.
I'm trying to think who's this retard.
I had never heard of you. At the time, I think I remember you having like 20,000 Instagram followers, which this is like 8 years ago or whatever, so that was like not nothing. But I'm like looking at your shit like once we start hanging out, because like you start showing me, and you had like actually like some pretty crazy music videos and a lot of weird anime, Street Fighter type shit going on in the videos and
I think
stuff.
I showed you Yokai.
Yeah, but I remember at the time that the song that you were pushing was "I only with white bitches cause they suck."
I only with white bitches cause they suck.
Yeah, that was Slosher's song.
Oh, okay, but you were on it, right?
Yeah, I was on it.
Yeah, and so I wasn't exactly amazed by the music, but the video like really stood out of like, oh shit, like this is a crazy video. I've never seen anything like that.
I shot it and edited it.
Yeah.
And that was Slosher's song. So shout out to Slosher. Mm-hmm. So if we're just rambling, I just want to just give the people, my fans, like a quick summary. So Slosher's a kid that I met that he paid me to shoot music videos. I shot his music videos, which got Adam's attention. Adam then contacts Slosher to hang out. I tag along with Slosher because I'm like, yo, it's my work that he likes. And, you know, Slosher's talented as I think he just missed his train. Like, missed his train is that he was into melodic music, but he knew like the I only white bitch is getting the attention, but he really is like a talented ass kid that makes like Juice WRLD music, like I still see the shadows in my room, like real, like, you know, like one of those musics. But anyway, Adam contacts him, I tag along, I tell Adam, look, this is all my work, and stop me if I'm wrong. This is my work, you should check me out, blah, blah. We exchange numbers. And I feel like that's when I texted you and I said, hey, can I get an interview?
But the crazy shit that happened that night though, and I had never done anything like this at the time, and I have never done anything like this since, but
I think we the same bitch that night.
Bingo. So I like so
I have great memory. These are facts, by the way.
But so he's drinking like crazy.
Wait, was her name Fatima?
I have no idea.
All right.
But so he's drinking like crazy, but you didn't drink at the time. And so at some point we're back.
People get shit-faced drunk.
Yeah, yo, bad. So we're back in my hotel room, and he's so drunk that he's like in the bathroom puking his guts out.
Yeah.
And so you're his friend. You're like attending to him, kind of like making sure he's all right. But when that starts happening, all of a sudden these girls kind of lock into place, and they start, you know, we start hooking up. And so I have this like weird memory of hooking up with these chicks and kind of like glancing over and just seeing you just like monitoring. You're like, you're making sure your homie's okay, but you're also kind of like peeking out to just like see what's going on out there. So
I remember you first, and then I was like, yo,
you didn't them there or in front of me.
Nah,
you probably did later that night. I don't know.
Later
but,
that night.
But either way, I always like wondered. I'm like, so did 6ix9ine like recruit these chicks off the block because he knew that this was like a good moment for him to get locked in and get some clout, get some good points with me or whatever? Like I always kind of wondered about that.
That's hilarious because that's.
But it's smart. That's what a smart rapper would do. I'm gonna give these girls a couple $100 each and help my career out.
No, nigga, that's trafficking. Nigga. I think they were just like big fans of you, gave you the pussy. Yeah, no, fucking, nah, that didn't happen that way.
But that's smart. Like I would do that now. Like if you knew some like
Nigga,
content creator that was hard up for, you just bring them some girls.
You're going to jail, nigga.
Yeah.
In 2025.
That's a good point. But
so no, but that's all right. So long story short, after all this explaining, I exchanged numbers with Adam. You were bald headed at the time, and I was literally like, yo, bro, give me an interview. And we were talking. I don't know if a week passed, 2 weeks passed, a month or 2 months or even 6 months. But me and you came into a consensus where I said, yo, I'm gonna go to LA on this day for the interview. And you were like, all right, go, cool. And then I told Slosher, yo, we gotta go. But it's 4 of us. It's me, Andrew Green, who everybody knows, Trife Drew, wrote all the songs with me from day one. My best friend.
He's still around?
Yeah, he's still around.
All right.
He actually called. I told him to come, but he's with his wife. So, Trife Drew, William Asher, and Slosher. We put the last money we had that we could afford to take a flight from Philadelphia on Spirit straight to LA, and then we all stood. The size of this couch was the size of like our Airbnb in Venice Beach. We all stood there. We used one time to eat, so we will wait till we get as hungry that we can't possibly stand there anymore, and we would go down Venice Beach and eat at a burger spot that was like $5 burgers. I don't know if you know.
I don't, but
All right, it was on
that's a good
Sunset.
technique when you're broke, yeah.
So at Sunset Boulevard, we go to LA, and then you just stop answering.
Honestly, the more you say that, the more it starts to sound like something that really happened. But
No, it really happened.
I just don't really like remember it like that. But the more you say it, the more I'm like, damn, was I so like caught up in the moment that I just
trust me,
like.
It was destined, right? If you would have answered, imagine shit would have went left. Like the reason that like I'm here, with Steve will do it. The reason I have a Patek on my hand, jewelry on. I feel like it was destined for you not to answer. Because you not answering, I know you don't want all the credit, but you not answering, it forced Tribe Drew to come up with an alternative solution of like, yo, we're in LA with nothing to do.
So what'd you end up doing?
So Trife Drew is on SoundCloud. He's like, yo, bro, this kid Trippie Redd is fire. You should do a song with him.
The polls video happened on that trip?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
And he's like, yo, he f***s with you, whatever. Let's go to the studio. We end up going to Hitway. I contact him, or he tells Trife. I forgot really how it went. If he's like, yo, I fuck with 6ix9ine. I contact him. We're like, yo, let's make a song. He's like, yo, I fuck with your shit. It's fire. We go to Hitway. Remember, I'm not enthusiastic about it, like hype about it. Like I'm not, cause I don't f with him. Because I'm not into like.
You didn't f with Trippie.
The music.
Oh, okay.
I don't know Trippie.
Because you're doing.
Because I feel like I was
raised.
bigger. I feel like I was
Okay.
I was like doing shit that was more cooler. So Trife is like, yo, bro, let's just do it. We're here for no reason. We spent all our money. We might as well get something done. And I'm like, but I felt like I was bigger, more talented, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like.
But my remember of that time is that like Trippie was definitely bigger. Like you getting on polls with him was actually the moment where I was like, oh,
yeah, but
he's
remember,
gonna blow up.
I'm somebody that doesn't really follow that SoundCloud wave, like, and people are gonna be like, woo, woo, woo. But I wasn't musically in tune. I wasn't caught up. Tribe Drew, which I give him all the credit for, he was like musically in tune until this day. It's just like.
Just a random memory too is I remember thinking that you were kind of shady in the beginning too, because I'm watching your shit and there's some random black kid rapping on it, but his name's not in the title and shit. And I start to realize like, oh, that's this kid Zilla Kami, but he's on the songs, but he's not in the title of the song because you had taken his name out of the song because you guys fell out.
Yeah.
And I remember just thinking like, that's weird. Like, and then I might have even had a conversation with Zilla Kami or whatever where he was like, yeah, I don't fuck with him.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that because that's a whole nother can of worms that maybe the No Jumper fans were gonna appreciate, and they don't want it to be rushed.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into
Okay.
that, like
We should, yeah.
dissect it.
Let's do it.
But you not answering. Tribe Drew said, "Let's go with Trippie Redd," and I said, "All right, bro, let's just do it." I was so hyped about getting an interview with you. I'm like, yo, this is our moment to be like, on the Suicide Boys. Remember, you remember Puya and Fat Nick? Mm-hmm. Puya and Fat Nick were lit at that time.
That was one of the first big No Jumper
Yes.
interviews. Yeah.
So Puya and Fat Nick, Suicide Boys. X was just coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Who else was hot at that time?
In terms of that whole scene,
It was just Fat Nick and Puya. So anyway, I was like banking on this interview, and it was just like one of those have your hopes high gets killed moment. So anyway, long story
I
short.
keep feeling worse the more that you like
No,
point
it's
this
fine.
out. By the way,
No, it's
like
fine. But remember, I cleared it up. I said if it wasn't, I believe if it wasn't for you, just not answering the phone, I don't think I would have a Patek on right now. I don't think I would be at Steve's house right now. But remember, we don't know. We could just speculate and say, you know, like the what ifs, right?
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
know what's gonna happen,
you
but
never know.
what I do know is that you not answering. We went to do the shit with Trippie Redd, and I met Elliot Grange, who is the son of Lucien Grange. And I hate when I say that because I feel like Elliot did work for all the shit he's accomplished.
he's made a lot out of himself over the last few years in particular. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the whole. I feel like we touched all those topics of how we met,
Yeah.
how 6ix9ine became 6ix9ine with you not answering.
But okay, so I have a memory too that because I was looking at the dates. It's like I meet you, and then we do the interview like 4 or 5 months later, and then Gummo is like 4 or 5 months after that. So that's like pretty crazy to think all in the span of the year. I met you, you're like not really on much at that point, and then we do the and the other reason why I knew it was going crazy is because
All right, so let me give people timestamps.
okay,
When I came to meet you and you dubbed it, and I met Elliot.
yeah,
The second time I come around, and this is another Flowers to Slosher, you interviewed me when I came to do the song with Famous Dex.
oh yeah, I remember that.
So the song with J Stash was already done. When we do the song,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Eh,
Why?
he killed his girl in front of her kids.
Some Chris Benoit shit. But listen, yeah. So when I come do the song with Famous Dex, that's when you interview me.
Yeah, the fire circle on the ground.
Bro, I don't talk facts. Like,
No, yeah.
bro, I'm like a memory book, bro.
Yep, you're filling in the gaps.
So
huh?
I literally, that's when you interview me, and I told Elliot, like, I know my worth. I'm not gonna sign to you because, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm worth more than 50 grand. And just the next time I go fly back to New York, I'm like, I'm in need of money. I have no cell phone. I'm broke. My daughter's like, what I would say, like 2 years old at the time, and I'm like, I don't have money for Pampers and shit like that. And I said, you know what, Elliot, I'll take the 50K. But from you dubbing the first interview, I even met Elliot because Trippie was signed already all those months. So the 5th month after you dubbed the interview, I finally do the interview with you, but Trippie signed that whole time.
But in between that, in between us meeting for the first time, I remember I'm at like a project apartment in Harlem with like a bunch of Dipset dudes, and Hellrell and Duke the God are like, yo, show me some like new cool shit that you on. And I played Pulls, and like I just remember Hellrell just sitting there just being like, man, like what the is happening? Like it was just, I could see it in his eyes that he was like, hip hop is over. Like the whole music game is which, you know, from his perspective, I totally understand. But yeah, but anyway, we do the actual interview, and I remember posting a photo with you, and then like looking at your Instagram like the next day, and your following had gone from like 30K to like 80K. Like you had blown past 69,000 followers in the course of 24 hours off of me posting one photo with you. And like the photo didn't have music on it. There wasn't like a link or anything. It was just like just a tag. And like, I don't know, like some percentage of the fans, they just saw you and they were just like, that's the guy. Like we're interested in
I
him.
think at that time they was calling me the SoundCloud boss, no? Oh, that was after.
That was a
much
great
after.
meme too. You, Lil Wop, and Trippie, like this is the final boss of SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But
So-
then that was when you guys went and shot that video
So,
in
I don't-
Times Square after that.
I think I said, yeah, I got paid like another $300 for that.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
And there was like a remix with Uno on it.
It was, no. The original is me, Trippie, and Uno.
Yeah, okay.
And then XXX did the remix because he liked the song so much.
Yeah.
So before, I don't think I ever said this on any podcast, any interview, so I'm going to say it now. I mean, I think I did touch on it. Mm-hmm. You brought up Hell Row.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not going to shit on Hell Row, but A lot of people don't know this. I went to the studio one time with Sos Mula, right? And Dave East was there. So Sos Mula wasn't Sos Mula, like the character. He was still like a hoodlum from Harlem. He didn't have none of the tattoos on his face. His mom was the owner of a tattoo shop because they're Brazilian. And he just got out of jail. He was like just a regular hood dude from Harlem. He brings me to the studio with Dave East because him and Dave East were like friends. Dave East is in the studio with mad Crip niggas, like, you know what I mean? Like, just old heads, like, gang members, just straight, like, not into that weirdo rap, like Suicide Boys, what they call weirdo shit. Dave East has, like, 2 hot-ass bitches there, right? Hot, like, bitches I'm into, like, BBL, Dominican shit. He's rapping and his like, oh, kick door to open, crack in my sock. You know, like trash shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like boom bap shit, but on like what he thinks is fire. So Dave East at this time, 2015, 2016, he's on the XXL. So he's hot. Cause remember, Dave East made XXL 2015.
But he's like industry hot.
Industry hot, like XXL, Complex, Dave East out of Harlem, blah, blah, blah. So it's probably like 16 people in the studio in quad. So Smoola brings me, he's like, I have my camera, like I'm lame as you know, dressed weird, colorful hair. So Dave East puts me on the spot. He's like, yo, play some shit. Like, you rap, right? He's like, yeah, my son fire, he hot, but he, like on some other shit, like he on some new sound, like So Smoola's hyping me up, like, yo, he on some new shit. So he like, go ahead, get on the aux. So I play like some metal rap, like what I was rapping, like, you know what I mean? But on some rap shit, everybody just started laughing. Like the bitches I liked started laughing.
Really?
Like, I'm
Did
dead
that
ass.
affect you at the time?
Nigga, I was hurt.
Damn.
But then, fast forward 2018, Gummo come out and all that shit. I seen Dave East again. I'm like, remember when y'all niggas was laughing?
What do you say?
What you gonna say? He didn't get in the party. Me, A Boogie was going to. Me and A Boogie was going to meet Lala Anthony for like this kid event she does in New York, and Dave East was online. Dave East was online to get in. He couldn't get in. I was like, yo, you wanna come in? He was like, yeah, and I was like, nah.
Oh no.
Yeah, because he laughed at me.
Now he got a podcast with Jimmy and Fab and
That shit is trash.
I've been meaning to watch it. You watched it?
I watched a clip of them saying that the reason Jim Jones picked up Mel Matrix
I did see that.
was
yeah.
because the jail
You
didn't.
can't pick him up there. You
know
have
that-
to get on the train.
You know that's bullshit, right?
I don't know. I've never been over there.
Like he said, the guards. That's so much bullshit. But it's like people that want to hate me, they're gonna be like forced to believe it because it's like if we don't believe it, we're gonna have to take 6ix9ine's side.
Yeah.
And we hate 6ix9ine, so let's just be like, yo, it's true. It's true. You ever seen when Mariah Lynn was screaming? It's like my family. You seen that shit?
Yeah.
That's how haters of 6ix9ine would act.
They're
just
committed
because,
to it.
Yeah, they have to commit. It's like, it's either we commit or take his side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So long story short, it's bullshit. When you get destined to a halfway house, your family could pick you up and take you to the You have 24 hours. Look this up. You have 24 hours to 72 hours to go to your halfway house. They give you a Metro card. They give you a plane ticket. They ask you, do you have family? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's bullshit. You know what I mean? It was just that there's no loyalty in that shit. You know what I mean? You didn't see that small ass chain he gifted him?
I didn't actually see the chain, but
He was so embarrassed that he put that small ass chain on him that he had to put his own chain on him. But then after the video was done, he took his chain back.
oh wait, so was this story looping around to Hell Rel or was it just Dipset in general?
No, I was talking about old heads, so I brought up
yeah.
Dave East after I heard him. After I heard horror.
I mean, that is like, it's funny because, you know, you were like in your path to try to make it. You like worked with a bunch of artists that like did not make any sense for you to be working with. Like the fact that you have a Bodega Bams collab from that era. Like all
But
these
shout
different
out
artists.
shout out to Righteous P. That was all Righteous P moves. Righteous P felt that was the right way to go.
Oh yeah. I mean, at that point in your career, you'll do whatever to try to get any kind of attention, right?
Bro, I was so hungry. I was like, I'm gonna make it no matter what. Imagine how much odds are against me. I'm Spanish. I'm not white or black, right? Suicide Boys are what?
White.
White. Puya and them, they could have Latin descent, but they
Yeah.
were really considered white boys,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
For sure, right?
We definitely thought of them as white.
Yeah, I thought of them as white.
Bones.
Was white as
People
fuck.
like that, yeah, that was
right?
that era, yeah.
Remember
yeah.
Bones?
Oh,
Bones
yeah.
was like long hair.
Dark. Staring at the ground.
Yeah. And if you weren't white, you were black. Ski mask, XXX. So imagine a Mexican kid that's delivering food, all odds against him, no money. Nigga, I had it harder than all of those guys. Because I keep saying it, people want to ignore the facts. If you're not black, you're not allowed to rap. English. Like people, Bad Bunny. Nigga, English, rap. Now, no interview has ever contested this and won. I did Vlad twice. I did Danza. I did Trap Lil Ross. I did Academics. Spanish people are not allowed to rap and not allowed to hip hop. You were born in Bushwick, Brooklyn, right? I mean, New Hampshire, but you, right, Bushwick. How many Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Colombians, whatever, is born into poverty with hip hop?
I mean, they're right there.
They're right there.
Yeah, yeah. But in terms of
In
who people want to
Miami,
listen to,
New York,
it's
you're
kind
not-
of profound how few Hispanic people have really made it to
can't-
superstar status in
You
the rap
can't.
game.
It's hard.
Yeah.
If we can name 100 black people, we could, for the next 5 minutes, just keep naming. But to come up with Spanish people, we could take 30 minutes. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Now, people be like, but Fat Joe, nigga, Fat Joe was literally in 2002. It's embarrassing that we have to name a Spanish rapper from back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but Cypress Hill. Name me one Cypress Hill song. I can't.
Jump around.
All right, what? You're from LA, right? Are they from LA?
Yeah.
Are they from LA?
I think, yeah. Everybody thought they were from Boston, but I think they were from LA.
Yeah.
But either way, that's House of Pain,
It's-
dope, one song. Oh, also, they're not Hispanic. I don't even know why we're talking
No?
about them. No, you're thinking of Cypress Hill.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wait, I thought you said House of Pain.
No, Cypress Hill.
This is why you can't have
Because
a drink.
I just see those-
Cypress Hill, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I just
Hits
see
from
those
the Bong, Temples of Boom. I used to listen to them a lot in like elementary school.
But elementary school for you was
The 90s, mid-90s, yeah.
what? That's not embarrassing that you have to name shit from back in the day.
No, yeah. I mean,
Why?
even in
All right,
LA.
let's talk about
LA
black,
is
let's
like
talk
all
about-
Hispanic
let's talk about
people,
black artists.
Mexicans.
Let's just for 5
Very
minutes,
few have made
for
it.
5 minutes, right? Let's
Yeah.
name black rappers that are successful.
Just all of them.
All right, YG,
Blueface.
Meek Mill,
Freeway.
Offset,
Quavo.
Takeoff,
Quavo praying with a blunt in his hand.
Juice WRLD,
X.
Ski Mask.
We could literally do this
That's
for 5 minutes.
embarrassing. All right, now let's do Spanish artists.
That Mexican OT and D-Baby,
All right,
who
all
you
right,
offended.
All right,
yeah.
no, I didn't offend because I'm Mexican. But listen, has Mexican OT? Let's just speak facts. Has Mexican OT meets mainstream, or he has a Mexican fan base?
Yeah, not mainstream.
Exactly. Has Quavo had mainstream?
Yeah.
Has Offset? Had Juice WRLD? Has X? Has Rick Ross? Right? Drake? Right? Nicki Minaj? Right? Diddy? Right?
Were you conscious of this during your come up?
No, it's
Like
just,
how hard it was going to
it's
be?
hard, bro. Let's go back to Spanish. Let's take 10 minutes right now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Little Pump.
For sure. But you got to
No,
understand.
wait, hold on. I want people to know
LA
how-
is the center
All right,
of
I
the
want
universe
people-
for Mexican rappers trying to make it.
Let's not
and there's
distract.
very few success
but let's
stories.
not distract, right?
Yeah.
I want people to show how hard it is, right? to be in hip hop as a Spanish artist.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't give me a Bad Bunny English song.
I don't listen to this. I don't.
No? All right.
Bad Bunny is total foreign shit. to
It's
me.
foreign because why it's in Spanish, but people's like, no, Bad Bunny, nigga, Bad Bunny is not a rapper, nigga. He's a reggaeton
But
artist.
what do you think the
Latin.
root of people
No, but let's
preferring
go.
to hear music from black people over Mexican people is?
That's what I'm saying.
But what do you think the real reason why is?
I don't know. But remember, if I go straight to racism, it's like, no, what this guy's trying to put a race card. So what is it?
You don't think there's something about the soul of black people?
What do you mean?
I don't know. You think there's like something inherent to black people that makes like stereotypically black people are good dancers? I think it makes sense to be
Yo,
like
what the
maybe stereotypically black people are just better at music. They got that soul. I mean, they say it. Black people love to get on Twitter and say we got soul and white people don't.
All right.
They might have a point.
No, it's not that, because look at Eminem, right?
Right.
Why is he so big? Because white people go and attract to like, oh, I can't be black, but I could be an Eminem, right? Look at a G-Eazy. Look at an MGK. Look at a Jack Harlow.
We've never
Wait,
seen
look at
a
a
white.
Russ.
We've never seen
Wait,
a white
hold on, I can still name
Pooh
it.
We've never seen a white
No,
gangster.
all right, your white Pooh Shiesty is Eminem.
No, but he's not. None of the value proposition with Eminem is being tough or gangster. With Pooh
What about
Shiesty,
the new guy, the
if
Rugrat
If
kid?
Pooh Shiesty tells, it's over.
What about the Rugrat?
He's doing his thing.
No,
He's got a lot of
Pooh
potential.
Shiesty could tell, and people would sweep it under the rug. Like the same way people sweep it under the rug.
T Grizzly.
T.I., Gunna, T Grizzly, Young Thug.
Okay, but like if Pooh Shiesty gets his chain took, and they pistol whip him, beat the dog shit out of him. Look at Shy Glizzy. Shy Glizzy gets beat up, gets his chain taken one time, it's over. Because the whole thing was that him being super gangster.
Shy Glizzy came back though.
With what?
With that song. What was that song by Shy Glizzy he came back to?
The White Girl song, was that after?
Nah, it was a Shy Glizzy song. He came back after he got robbed and
I'm just saying, like, if your whole thing is being gangster, it's very hard to continue after that. But no white guy, like if MGK gets beat up, who the f cares?
No one cares.
If G-Eazy gets beat up, who cares? They're not supposed to be tough guys, so it don't matter. Black people have like a monopoly on gangster hip hop content.
yeah, but they
Sliver of Hispanic people.
Yeah. So what I was trying to, say is just like I had it harder than everybody else because I had something to prove. You know what I mean?
No, I feel it for sure. But all right, so we do that interview.
Yep.
4 months later, Gummo comes out. What changes in that time period, and how conscious was the decision of me uniting with these Bloods is going to change my perception? Because I definitely think that you could have been a big rapper. You could have been a Suicide Boys level rapper, but for sure it felt like your association at that time kind of took it to a different level. And shout out to Suicide Boys, obviously they're huge, you know?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So when we did the interview, right? XXX is huge at this time. Like meaning in the underground era. He has Look at Me, but it's like it wasn't Moonlight yet.
Yeah, because I interviewed him a year before you, and he was blowing up, but it was.
Remember, he was in jail for the shit.
Yeah, that's
and
when
everybody
it
was waiting
nuts,
for him to
yeah.
get out.
Yeah.
So while everyone was waiting for him to get out, shout out to Solomon Sounds, my boy. He was XXX manager at the time. Solomon Sounds' best friend was Chris Higator. So my mom was sick in the hospital 2017 summertime. And right before summer, like May, June, or July, one of those 3 months. Everybody knows at this point I'm trying to do anything to make it, right? I know all odds are against me. My mom is sick in the hospital. I hit up Solomon Sounds on Instagram. Say, yo, look at me, bro. Give me a chance. I probably still have the message if you want facts, right?
I believe you.
So I'm like, yo, bro, give me a chance, bro, this, that, and the third. And he said, yo, come meet me at the Starbucks right now. I got the host team over there. So I'm in Bellevue Hospital with my mom. She's on a hospital bed. And I leave the Bellevue Hospital and I walk down First Avenue all the way to the Starbucks, all the way on Soho. So imagine for people that from New York, Bellevue Hospital is like on First Avenue and just locate Bellevue Hospital, right? No, just locate Bellevue Hospital. I walked from Bellevue Hospital to a Starbucks that was all the way in Soho.
Probably 40 blocks.
45-minute walk.
Okay.
40-minute walk. So I go, I'm sweating. I'm with me, Tribe Drew, and I believe Linda was a girl that we used for a car, but we didn't drive that day. And shout out to you, Linda. I go there. Solomon comes out for 2 seconds. He's like, yo, I'm mad busy right now. Yo, just tell my boy all you need to know. Da, da, da. Chris Higator, his best friend, comes out and is like, give me your number, blah, blah, blah. So we end up signing a management deal with his best friend, thinking that he's going to connect me with X, this, that, and the third. Chris Higator, best friend is Seiko Billy. So you see how everything starts aligning?
Got it. Okay.
So
then,
every studio session that Chris Higator will book, Seiko Billy will be there.
Right.
And then Seiko Billy that you interviewed is part of the 9 Trey Bloods, and he was who introduced me to Shotty the first day we shot Gummo.
Did you know any Bloods or any gang
Of
members
course,
at that
yeah.
point?
But
But
there was-
casually?
in Sumner, in some of the projects where I'm from, there was a lot of sex, money, murder. You know, there was a lot of herks. You know, bro. But remember the shit that I just did with Trap Lord Ross? People don't understand that being in a gang doesn't make you tough, right? And I try to give shitty ass analogies like, look at Charlie Kirk, the guy who killed him. He was standing on business. He did it for whatever he did, right? And it's not like a diss to Charlie Kirk. I'm just saying, regular people like Luigi Mangione killing the and allegedly, right? But just say he was the one who killed the CEO of the healthcare. Being in a gang doesn't make you tough. There's people who are not in a gang that stand on business. You know, we're all born into poverty. We're all born into these minorities where, you know, everybody wants to make it out. People look at it as like, oh, you joined the Bloods, the gang for an image. Nigga, no. When I met Shotty and them, you know, I seen the momentum, right? But me saying, oh, no, I'm going to turn Blood for success, that doesn't make sense to a person that's from New York, because we all grown up around Crips, Bloods. In New York, it's Crips, Bloods, dominated, right?
Yeah.
There's neutral people who just stand on shit, you know what I mean? And I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but being in a gang don't make you tough. It just doesn't.
Would you say that you were naive to the risks associated with spending that much time or being that closely linked to gang members?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, I mean, obviously so many bad things kind of like eventually stemmed from you being associated with the gang that wouldn't have happened if you had just been like, you know what, I'm going to get full-time security and post up in the crib and not really, you know, you being associated with that street element is what got you in so many issues.
So now let me explain to you. Me doing that, I wouldn't live that whole 2018 run, because I'll be like, yo, you guys just come off a music video. I was actually living that. Like, all right, this is what we doing. We running down on niggas. I bet we gonna go test that nigga. I bet we gonna go rob that nigga. I bet we gonna go do this. I lived that. Imagine me do the alternative thing. Yo, get security, do this, do that. I would do this. I wouldn't be the 6ix9ine that I am today. I went to jail for all that shit, thinking these guys were my brothers. You know, these guys were sleeping on rugs. You know what I mean? These guys didn't have shit. Like if we're being honest, Mel Murder, right, being the godfather of non-trade, was living with his baby moms on Marcus Garvey and Gates. But these are facts people gonna ignore because they're like, oh shit, let's act like we didn't hear that.
But I mean, to normal people, or like to me, it's not a surprise at all if you were to tell me like all these gangster dudes from all these gangs in LA that go viral talking about shit, talking about street politics on Instagram, whatever, like vast majority of them don't have any money. there's just not that many ways to make money as a street dude. You're not going to be a crack kingpin. You're not really running a prostitution ring that you're making crazy amounts of money off, like, you know. But what you are going to get yourself into is a lot of bullshit, because these are the types of dudes who are sleeping on rugs. So when you come out saying like, yeah, these are some dirty bloods, we were all shocked, but also most people who've been around New York knew that.
But I said that at the end.
Yeah.
I didn't say that like when I was with him. I said that at the end when I just seen how disloyal they were. Because remember, at that time, the feds already picked me up. And we're like, yo, we offer you protection. Everybody knows it's public. They're going to skip that part, that I denied the protection.
But they didn't tell you, like, we
No, they
have
cut
a
it.
bunch of
They
shit on
can't.
you.
They can't.
Okay.
They can't. They told my lawyer, because I went with Lance Lazaro, and they told him, listen, we're investigating your client, but we can't discuss, like, in detail what, but he's being investigated, and we have every right to believe his life is in danger. Does he want the protection or not? And I was like, nah, like, I don't want it. And for me denying the protection, they took us all down November 18th because they intercepted the wiretaps with like Jim Jones, Shotty, and Mel.
So do you believe that Jim Jones is working with the feds and that's why he never got in trouble for those phone calls? Or do you think those phone calls are just not incriminating enough?
You could sit there and be naive, right? If you like, yo, homie got to get violated, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody get arrested, and they use those wiretaps in the trial.
Yeah.
So if you're using wiretaps that were in the trial to convict 9 Trey members, why are you not arrested with us? You're 9 Trey. All you rep is pulling with the bees and all this and 9 Trey, and you rep all of that. People that don't like me, I'm like, nigga, what? It's clear as day. You're on a wiretap. Everyone gets arrested but you. Like, what, you just want to be stupid and not be like, oh, shit. You right? But remember, people are fighting like, if we agree with him, he's right. But if we disagree with him, we're like, no, but, no, but, no, but, you know, you're just fighting it. It's clear as day.
I mean, I've had a lot of other people like Whack suggest that he doesn't see why Jim was never facing charges.
Do you know John Gotti?
I'm aware of him.
John Gotti had a wiretap to kill Sammy the Bull.
Right.
John Gotti and the person he was on the phone with to kill Sammy the Bull were indicted because of that wiretap.
Yeah. Saying super violate him, it feels like it would be hard to make the case that means kill him in court, though, right?
All right, fine. So why did Shotty and Mel get arrested for that?
I mean, then they have a bunch of other shit on them.
They were being investigated since 2013. Who was Jim Jones' enforcer since 2009, 8?
Right.
Who?
Mel? Yeah.
Like, am I making this up? Like, are you just guessing names? So my thing is, if you've been a 9 Trey member since 2009, I don't meet these 9 Trey members till late 2017.
Right.
Why are you arrested?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just stating facts. Like, I don't know how you have to not want to believe the truth. Like, if your mom is trying to tell you, yo, Santa's not real, Santa Claus is not real, and you're just so in denial that you don't want to hear it, you're just going to make up every excuse. There's no point. You know what I mean?
So I never planned on even saying this on camera, but when I was in New York most recently, I went to the Bronx and filmed this vlog with like a bunch of bloods shooting a music video up in the Bronx, right? Everybody got the red rags on. It's like Gummo Part 2. And the next day, Jim Jones has like some random dudes like waiting outside my hotel and shit. And one of them like came over and took a picture with me, acting like a fan. But like everybody I was with peeped the energy that like we could tell that this wasn't that. And then like, I don't know, like they didn't do anything, but it was like Jim Jones still being on his like weird intimidation program of trying to, he really like wanted to let me know like you can't come out here and hang out with a bunch of bloods in the Bronx without like getting permission from me. Cause I had been trying to interview him on that trip, but it was right after the Rolling 60s Rico. So even though it don't make any sense, he's like, oh, like no jumpers the feds, no jumpers the feds because Brick Baby got caught up on this RICO, even though he didn't get charged for anything that has to do with no jumper.
Yeah, but you did it, right?
Did what?
Like you filmed with the Bloods.
Yeah, we went and did the whole video. It was whatever. It was fine. All good vibes. Everybody was cool.
So what message did he send you?
He didn't message me, but he was talking to somebody that I was with, acting crazy as just acting like he was gonna get me hurt or whatever. And these
But
dudes
that's
are
not
waiting outside my
embarrassing.
hotel.
Yo, can you Google real quick, Don? How old is Jim Jones?
He's probably a solid 50, right? I seen a meme
That's
today.
not, but that's not embarrassing. Like, you're 50, 49, 50.
Take a guess right now.
Let's take a guess. Take a guess.
Whoever got the closest number wins $20.
I'm gonna say 50 on the dot. Mafi says 49.
I'm gonna say 40. I'm gonna say 48.
He's 49.
49. Which, for the record, legend. One of my favorite rappers from when I was young. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of stuff in the light looks a little silly coming from him.
Yeah, you're 49 years old talking about blood shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, bro, you have white hairs on your beard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just embarrassing. You know what I mean?
But you think there's a time limit on that shit, or like a time where you should just kind of pivot out of that, become a different person?
I don't know. What would you do?
I would hope that I would be a little bit, more aligned with where my age was at
That's
that
your
point.
answer, bro. Like, he's 49 gang banging. Academics is my boy. They tell academics all the time, nigga, start a family. Like, if academics gotta start a family at 30, nigga, stop gang banging at 50, nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
But do you think that about yourself? Like, there's gonna be a time where you gotta just put a suit on?
Yeah, of course. Well, dress your age, you know what I mean? Like, you can still do other shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, party hard, but do it in a suit, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dress your age.
I mean, we would think of Charlie Kirk differently.
He's 40!
If Charlie Kirk was wearing a hoodie and cut off jean shorts, nobody would be as likely to have taken him seriously as an intellectual or as a political figure, like you're really telling the world something about yourself by rocking the suit, even though for me, it sounds
I'm not
horrible.
gonna lie,
I'd rather
just
wear
put it
some
like
sweats.
this. You know what hurt Jim Jones' ego? That versus with Dipset
Lox.
versus the
D-Block,
Lox.
yeah.
When Jadakiss got on the mic and said, none of these niggas live in Miami. These niggas live in Miami. I'm on the block. Ever since that versus, and look it up, Jim Jones moved back to New York and started, I'm on the block like now. Like, you know what I mean? That versus, what's his name? Jadakiss exposed these niggas. Like, these niggas live in Miami. Like, I'm on the block still. Like, you know what I mean? Which at the end of the day, it's 2025. That happened 2020, 2021. You know what I mean? These niggas is old, bro. Like, why are we even like,
Nah, definitely.
you know?
But so, okay, like, me and you had another weird encounter at one point on Melrose. You were in like the store next to my store on Melrose.
It was like a sneaker store, no?
Yeah. And I just kind of like walk in and randomly see you. And I don't remember exactly what time this was, but I feel like this was like right after Trippy started going at you about the charges that he had just found out about.
No, he didn't just find out. He always knew about that.
Okay. But he had just like recently made this his campaign, and so you're Mr. Canceled that week or whatever. And I remember seeing you and shaking your hand saying what up, but it was like, you're smart. You're looking at me in the eye and you can tell that that's what I'm thinking about. And so, I kept it short. I was like, yo, how you doing? It's good to see you, blah, blah, blah. But then I kept it moving. And I felt like me and you never had a conversation after that because you immediately looked at me as like, all right, like, he's not going to hold me down while I'm going through this shit. He's not going to like really, I might have said hi to you, but I'm not being 100% cool to you. And you were just immediately like, I'm never with him again. So then after that, you blow up and you were like, you know what? Like, I don't need to be cool with anybody that like halfway with me on my way into the game.
Yeah, I'm very
Loyalty focused.
yeah, but I'm very observant. Like, you know what I mean? And I see what Trippy was doing. Me and Trippy was cool. So I think what happened with Trippy is just clear as day. He introduces me to his label owner, right? Because the label owner requests it, which is Elliot. I go do the meeting with Elliot. Elliot signs me. Offered me the deal somewhat around, that time. 7 months, 8 months later, when I take the deal, he's like, yo, this kid is growing faster than me. I need something because remember, this is 2017. Those charges with the minor was 2015. He grabbed onto that, said, I need to throw as much dirt on his name. He's already signed to Elliot, like my label owner. I need to create some type of controversy or say something so, to get him dropped from the label.
Stop your momentum.
Stop his momentum. Everything, I'm cool. Me and Trippy never had an argument.
So there was no personal beef that led to him saying that.
So 2017 was when I signed to Elliot. Those charges were in 2015.
Right.
He always knew about it because at this time, I'm no longer with Zillakami. He's saying Zillakami send it to him. It was just like, I don't know how to control this anymore. I need to stop him in some way, somehow, see if people stop with him. And Trippy goes on that campaign of like, yo, this kid is a pedophile. I need the world to know. And I made a video, in the car eating. I'm like, yo, why you doing that? We never had an argument. And I clear it up. And I sat with academics at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I explained the whole situation. And people were like, oh, they looked into it. They were like, okay, why is he dying in jail? If there was a girl that was raped or if there was a girl that was, taken advantage of, why is he not in jail? He doesn't have, at that time, 2015, I have no money. That was even before I met you. That was Bodega Bam times, Shinigami.
But even during that whole time period when I knew you weren't with me, I felt like people were being like pretty disingenuous about how they talked about that situation. Because people are really getting on podcasts and being like, 6ix9ine's a pedophile. I'm like, if you read what he was accused of, he like hopped in a music video with a girl and then basically figured out she was underage when the cops showed up at your door.
Yeah.
Because you were the one who uploaded it. But you made a good point, which you kind of reiterated like 100 times to Vlad, which is basically like, why would I upload it if I knew that?
And then people were like, well, you'll upload it and whatever, right? But the judge, so you're saying Instagram commenters and like YouTube lawyers and like internet lawyers, right, are smarter than a judge, a state judge. A state judge, before he or she lays down a sentence, they dissect facts. There's mitigating factors that come into play. There's sentencing submissions, right, from the prosecutors and thing. A judge is not going to say, hey, you know what, there was a child involved, take probation. No judge is going to do that. A judge sees the facts, sees everything submitted, sees what these Instagram lawyers and YouTube lawyer commenters and right, and they're like, no, but oh my God, you know what I mean? It's just like, yo, bro, these are the facts. Why are you so mad at it? I know in their heads, they're like, I hate him so much, I want to believe my own truth. But just look at the sentencing minutes. Look at the judge. The judge is like,
You didn't get any jail time and you
No
got,
jail time.
How long was the probation?
no, I got dismissed right there because I was sentenced October 29th or 27th of 2018. And when I caught my RICO case, November 18th of 2018, that canceled out because I caught the RICO case. But the probation was probably like, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years?
Yeah. So, okay, we got to rewind a little bit. Why did you fall out with Zillakami? I want to know your version of that, especially given that his career has had some weird twists and turns over the last year or so.
And shout out to Righteous P, isn't it so ironic that they try to push this pedophile story and then he gets caught with a minor?
And he's like MIA now. Like, I feel like
after the whole minor shit. You know what I mean? But that's not ironic. And shout out to Righteous P, you know what I mean? I think me and Righteous P are cool now. from my, understanding and feelings, right? Me and Righteous P talking. But touching this topic, I don't know. I don't want to disrespect him, but you see how just God works. And knowing Righteous P, he's an energy guy. I'm like, no, he ain't God. But Righteous P is a great person, apart from, the differences I had with his little brother. If people don't know, Righteous P is the guy who found me and decided and made me a rapper and discovered 6ix9ine working at a bodega. But Righteous P little brother, actual little brother, same mom, same dad as Zelakami. So Zelakami calls me a pedophile, tries to get Trippy to turn on me, feeding him this information.
But you fell out way before that because you had already taken.
I fell out with Zelakami.
Zelakami because you had already taken his name out of your videos when I met you. 2015.
Okay. 16, I was saying. So Zelakami wasn't part of Scum Gang. We started Scum Gang, I would say 2014.
What does SCUM stand for again?
Society Can't Understand Me.
There you go.
I got it as my first tattoo.
I always liked that, honestly.
Yeah. So me and Righteous P discovers me in this bodega 2012, 2011, I would say. Says you start rapping, blah, blah. We attempt this rapping shit 2013, 2014 during Hot Nigga, you know what I mean? Like Bobby Shmurda and the Fetty Wap era. So we tried this rap shit 2014, I would say 2015, 2016. 3 years we're trying this rap shit. We're like, yo, let's try it. I guess he gets tired of like, yo, this shit's not going anywhere. You caught this case, I linked you with Sos Mula. It's not going anywhere. Let's try putting my brother in. His brother was probably 16, 17 at the time, 2016. And I could see like they're trying to replace me with Sos Mula and Zelakami. I'm not stupid. Like we just spoke about, I'm very observant. So I see that they're trying to replace me. And one day they're like, yo, you're not doing what we're telling you to do. They changed my password to my Instagram. And when they changed the password to my Instagram, like that was the last straw for me, because I was like, yo, were you guys trying to delete me? Like, you know what I mean? And if I'm not mistaken, it's like, nigga, we made you, we could delete you. I'm like, no, you cannot. I was right on the email with Instagram. I'm like, nigga, this is me, this is my passport, nigga. You know how they make you hold up your ID and you're like this?
Yeah.
That was me.
Nah, definitely.
Yeah, and then I got my Instagram back and I was like, yo, fuck Zelakami, these niggas.
Okay.
And that's what I felt, you know what I mean, at that time. And I'm just like, and then, fast forward 2017, I meet Trippy. They see that like, oh my God, he's signed to the same label as Trippy Red with this Elliot Grange guy.
They start going hard.
They start going, telling Trippy, yo, this guy's a pedophile, da da da. And Trippy's like, you know what? Yeah, he's growing too fast. He's a pedophile. And that's how it happened.
It's crazy because like you look at that scene at that time, like so much good music could have came from you, Zilla, Trippy, etc., staying on good terms. Like if you guys had been like the way that like at a certain point Future and Thug and the Migos were and shit, where they're just going back and forth doing verses for each other. I mean, that would have been like a kind of golden era for that era of music, and instead it kind of like felt like it just sort of fizzled out at a certain point.
Yep. Like I said, I don't think I would have blew up with that underground shit. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you why. Look how long Trippy. Don't mind that. Zelakami and Sos Mula been rapping since 2016, 15, 16. They just blew up, what we would say, 2022.
Something like that, yeah.
Remember they had the World Star shit and, all their success in the underground. Because people looked at him, like a new XXX?
Kind of, but
how?
People were like looking for X's replacement for all these years. Like that whole rage sound just kind of disappeared.
For people that don't know this, yo, my God, damn. this is something nobody knows, and I'm gonna expose it here. You remember the Zillakami's famous bazooka picture?
Yes.
That the first person to ever do it was Rondo number 9?
Sloshers.
No, it was Rondo number 9.
Yeah,
you remember?
Yeah, but then what? Didn't it belong to Slosher?
And then it belonged to Slosher.
Yeah, yeah.
So shout out to Slosher. So
Because, all right, the crazy thing is that in that vlog that we did, Slosher says something about having a rocket launcher, and then he told me that the cops went to his
no, the
house
feds broke down his door.
like a couple days after that vlog came out, which keep in mind at the time, I'm a YouTuber from LA. I'm not thinking that New York cops are watching what I got going on. Like, that blew my mind. But it wasn't a rocket launcher, right? It was the rocket launcher practice, because the same thing with Rondo. Like, he had like the training missile launcher thing.
I don't. No,
It wasn't
remember,
the real deal,
I
I
wasn't
don't
in the
believe.
picture no more.
Oh, okay. But that's crazy.
But they stole that from Slosher.
Yeah. But would you say that at that time you were more of a fan of the drill music and shit than the underground sound?
Yeah.
Because when you said put a hole in his head, he a dolphin, that's a L.A. Capone lyric.
Yeah, that wasn't like Capone.
That a lot of people from that era kind of recycled that, but like it always stood out to me as like, oh, he's probably more of a fan of the street shit. So that was probably more of a natural thing.
I was
for
a
you
big
anyway.
fan of Rondo number 9.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this. You know what I mean? That these bitches and they hang with me. You know, the song is old, but if you play it, I know every word to it. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of Hang With Me by Rondo. I'm a big fan of Play for Keeps with L.A. Capone and Rondo. You know, Rondo number 9 was like, if it wasn't A$AP Rocky and Rondo number 9 were like my influences to
Really?
be a rapper, yeah.
Rocky, huh? How you feel about how his career has fared?
Nah, I mean, the thing he's good. He's has babies with Rihanna.
But when you look at his musical career and the fact
Damn,
that
he look. We made him sound like a baby mama.
Well, I mean, it's true. Like all right, like say you made $10 million off crypto, but your rap career completely falls off. We could all look at it and be like, shit, he's killing it in one way. But like ultimately we all,
Yeah, that's
not
true.
you, but like I'm just saying, like we all judge each other based off like music ultimately, because that's kind of how we all know each other, right? Like if you make $100 million off your girl, it's like shit. Yeah, you win, but also like everybody in the rap game is always going to be like, you know, he didn't make it as a rapper, so we're going to look at him a certain way. I don't know. I mean, I was a huge Rocky fan, and I see him trying to like
big-ass
float
Rocky
singles.
fan.
He keeps trying to float singles, and they don't take off, so then he won't put an album out. So now he hasn't put an album out for like 8 years.
And bro, I understand it, but listen, I'm a big ass Rocky fan. A$AP Rocky, I'm a big ass like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, this kid influenced my whole career, like from What's Up to Angels. If I'm not mistaken, sorry, it's 2012, 2011.
Yeah.
Angels, What's Up? I be that pretty. Ian Dior, remember Ian Dior? Shabba Rank.
Well, that's A$AP Ferg.
Yeah, but Ian Dior was in it with A$AP Rocky.
Was he? Oh.
Yeah. Work remix, like yo, bro, that was like my inspiration, like what put the battery in my back to be like motivated, like yo, I gotta make it. You know what I
But
mean?
you were spending a lot of time in Harlem and shit around then too, or
No, fuck no.
no? Okay.
I don't even think A$AP is from Harlem.
He's not.
He's from the South Bronx, right?
For real?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Oh, shit, that's crazy.
I think A$AP Ferg was from and A$AP Yams, which were Harlem natives, and you know, remember they were so ill with the shit. Remember Ghost Perp, they took his whole
Space
shit.
Ghost Perp, yeah,
Space
yeah,
Ghost
yeah.
Perp. What was it called? Black Clan or some shit like
Raider
that?
Clan.
Raider Clan, bro. They took their whole shit.
You
and
were
just
born
made
a few years earlier. You could have been a Raider Clan.
For real? What age is that?
Shit, I don't know. But when I was hanging out with like Xavier Wolf and Bones and them, that was like they were fresh off leaving Raider Clan to start their own thing in like 2016. You know, like there was this moment where that shit looked like it was gonna be huge, but then it actually fell apart because Perp had like a journalist following him, like a writer from the Fader, and they said something he didn't like, so he punched him in the face.
Who did that?
Perp, Space Ghost Perp.
Oh, okay.
And then that up like that created a lot of tension. And
Yeah,
there's
bro.
a crazy story about A$AP and Raider Clan like fighting at a
Yeah,
festival and shit.
because I'm not gonna lie, A$AP Rocky was my idol like before my come up, and you know, there was all these YouTube videos how A$AP Rocky ran off with Space Ghost Perp.
Yeah.
Space Ghost Perp?
Yeah. And
Am I saying it right?
Yeah, and kind of
So
blackballed him a little bit.
Ran with his shit, blackballed him, but then everybody was stealing 3-6 Mafia's sound.
That's a fact.
So bro, like I'm so in tune with this shit, like you know what I mean? I was just a fan of just the whole movement. And then A$AP Rocky got mainstream after all the shit, and it was like, I like bad bitches in my bro. When he came out with that, bro, I was just like, yeah, this is my idol.
Which is crazy because.
And then I met him during the A$AP Yams Day, and we stabbed like 3 security guards.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was stabbings
Yeah, it
going
was
on.
like
That
the
was a
A$AP
crazy
Yams
moment.
Day, yeah.
Because everybody blamed you as if like 6ix9ine has no respect for A$AP Yams.
Yeah, it was my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stabbed like 3 security guards. A$AP, so nobody knew who Shotty was at this time. A$AP Bari punches Shotty in the face because he's like, yo, nigga, you trying to get in the thing? Bro, when I say Harv, Billy Otto, everybody, niggas was cracking. You remember the video? They was
No, yeah, I
cracking
remember.
2x4s over the A$AP Bari's head.
That was the time period where it felt like the 6ix9ine lore couldn't possibly get any crazier, like every day or every week that went by, and then that was one of the things
And
that
then
was
I
like,
remember
it's
when-
not gonna stop.
I
Like
met-
they're going crazy,
I
bro.
met A$AP Rocky that day.
Really?
And imagine, I'm Gummo 6ix9ine meeting my idol from 6 years, 2012, 2011.
Yeah.
So when I looked at him, I got starstruck. So he's like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, yo, what up? And then Lil Yachty's like right here, like Lil Yachty's introducing him. I'm like, nigga, get the out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like starstruck.
Yeah.
And, but shout out to Lil Yachty.
Shout out to Lil Yachty. Wait, in that time period, would you say you were being like fully big-headed and like just not?
No,
really...
I was like, nigga, you're my idol. I said that to him. I said, nigga, you're my
Did it
idol.
seem
You're
like
the
you
reason
cared?
I started rapping. No, it didn't
You
give a
didn't
fuck.
care?
Nah, I think he was already Rihanna at that point.
That's crazy though, because I mean, somebody like him, like he musically, he was already pretty cold at that point, right?
Nigga, I'm 6'9"
Yeah.
at this point, but it's like at that time I'm like, yo, like A$AP Rocky was like that nigga to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's super established by that point.
Yeah.
But okay, so I guess like I want to jump ahead a bunch because like obviously you've kind of discussed and covered the out of the whole the Fed case and the going to prison and everything like that. When you're locked up actually during that time period, are you like aware at all of what the public conversation is about you? Because I look at you as somebody who was like so aware of what was being said about him in the media and shit, and it must have been kind of weird for you to all of a sudden be locked up and to not have access to the fact that like you're the most talked about person in rap, but then meanwhile you can't really see it. Or was that the last thing on your mind?
That was the last thing on my mind.
Okay.
I just like, yo, how am I gonna get out of this 47 year shit? Is that if I take my time and then have to like survive 15 years in prison? Because look, your mandatory minimum, right? People like, these are Instagram lawyers that know more than the person in the system. YouTube lawyers like, no, I can't.
And it's so much worse now than it was then.
Yeah.
In terms of
So,
everybody just understanding everything.
I had a shooting, right? Because I ordered the Chief Keef shooting.
Yeah.
I ordered the robbery for Rap-A-Lot. I ordered these. I was the shot caller, right? So, and then I had a drug sale that was a kilo of heroin. So I pleaded guilty to that shit, but you have to plead guilty to out of a B1A and all the feds, people who did fed time, not these kids that are on Instagram all day, you know what I mean? A B1A is the mandatory minimum of 10 years, right? Your guidelines tell you like your history, your crime history, right? You do what, blah, 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 this, that. Is that I pleaded guilty to the 10 years. They give me 5 for the drugs and 10 years, which is a 924C, a discharge. So it's 10 plus 5, 15 years mandatory minimum. So I said, I have a decision whether I'm like, yo, not to cooperate after the wiretaps, after Harv kidnapping, after the, I don't know if I can say this, but I said it before. Intel, like the New York City Police Task Force, Chad, like confirming the Shotty and Sarah shit. I was like, yo, Is that I keep being loyal to guys who weren't loyal to me, or be stupid and be like, you know what, I gotta take this on some gangster shit. Just do the time. Get stabbed in prison like some Tory Lane shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, like it does seem kind of crazy that everybody was so eager to put the.
What's up, brother? Give me what's up, brother? All right, brother. Yeah, just whenever you want to come, you could join in. This is Steve.
What up, Steve?
He's downstairs. He's like, yo, he's
you can
watching
hop
the
on
game right
whenever.
now.
Yeah.
Well, Steve's on the phone. He has 170,000 on the Dodgers. It's game 7 right now as we're interviewing.
They are
Yeah,
losing
3-1.
right now.
3-1.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. So yeah, I mean, like looking back on it, it does seem kind of insane that like, especially just giving how much the hip hop community's like mentality on snitching seems like it's kind of evolved. That the whole industry just united to put you in the snitch box, and I'm talking all the way from the underground to the corporate side of
Yo,
things.
say what's up to Ack.
Hello, Ack.
Ack just called me. Yo, shout out to Ack. Yo, Ack, I'm doing a No Jumper
What
podcast
up?
right now.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam. Hey, this is how you hold out your friends. You see, me and 6ix9ine, that's my real mans. You know what I mean? I'm like his manager, not his manager. You know, I bet. You having a good interview?
Yeah, we're having a good one. We're telling him. I'm telling him he's the reason I got signed to Elliott. He said he want all the credit.
Yo, tell Adam, tell Adam if he don't at least go half of what Vlad did, like, yo, he's out here playing, man. Like, Vlad went crazy. Vlad dropped 80 on that.
80. Yo, he's hyping it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you back.
All right, yeah, good interview.
Yeah,
So-
I mean the Apple Musics and the Spotify's
Yeah,
of the world.
so-
everybody was a gangster all of a sudden.
No,
myself
it's-
included.
no,
I was a super
no,
gangster.
It's not that everybody was a gangster. I feel like everybody was like, how do we control something we can't control? Not only is 6ix9ine polarizing, not only does 6ix9ine has hits, nobody can control his mouth. So whatever is facts and true, like when I exposed Billboard, they're like, yo, we have to get him out of the game somehow. We already didn't like 6ix9ine before he snitched or whatever. 6ix9ine was never invited to a Rolling Loud being the biggest artist in the world. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I feel like they were in bed with so many artists who were anti 6ix9ine that they basically were like, it's not worth it.
So 6ix9ine was already hated before snitching.
But so many people were coming
No, but
around.
listen, so now
like
listen.
it was controversial. By the time you did a song with Young Thug, nobody cared.
So
it was not that controversial by that point.
No, 6ix9ine was so polarizing and so like uncensored, and 6ix9ine is like, he does whatever he wants to do, says whatever he wants to say. Nobody can control his mouth. Nobody can control his content. Not only on top of how polarizing and domination that 6ix9ine is, on top of that, he's funny as
Yeah.
So when you get a charismatic, phenomenon, I would say, is like, we need to cancel this guy some way, somehow. You grab all the execs, all the superpowers, what you call the Illuminati in this music industry, the Carl Cherries, the Larry Jacksons, the E-Bros that are head of Apple, for people who don't know, head of Spotify, head of Billboard, Nielsen. For people who don't know, Nielsen is the people that accumulate the numbers for Billboard. Head of radio, right? To blackball somebody we can't control. Because T.I. has a whole video on YouTube snitching. Young Thug's video, him being interrogated, is from 2015. Gunna has Crime Stoppers before, okay, Automatic, let's get it. So all these rappers, their favorite rappers, have snitching, allegations, videos, what they call little somethings, and they have all this shit out already. They ignore it. But once it's 6ix9ine, somebody that we can't control, somebody that we don't like, somebody that we need an excuse to cancel, does it, it's like everybody needs to be on the same page, It
reminds me of after January 6th, Trump, like, very similar to you, he kind of like represents so many things that the establishment in Washington hates. all the Democrats obviously opposed to him, even a lot of the Republicans looking at him as an existential threat. And it was kind of like that with you, where all these classicist hip hop figures, they didn't really want you around anymore. So this was the perfect moment, everybody lock in. And for Trump, they deleted all his social media. He's not president anymore. So we barely heard about Trump for like 2-3 years. And then, you know, he obviously makes his crazy comeback and everything. And it does kind of feel like over the last month or so, you've kind of experienced something similar where so many people in hip hop kind of were like, you know, maybe we don't agree 100% with everything he did, but why did we send this kid out of hip hop? Why did we like blacklist him and make him, you know, a pariah? You know, even somebody like Vlad didn't want to interview you at the time. Like, I remember you came to LA at one point and you did like Impulsive. That was like the biggest podcast that you did. But all the hip hop platforms, you know, I don't think I was offered it. But like Vlad, I think it was on the table for Vlad, and Vlad didn't want to do it because he felt like that's not true.
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
I mean, am I mistaken? Like, did I get offered Vlad in 2020? No, nobody will sit down with me.
Yeah.
2020?
Yeah.
He wouldn't do it in
Post-president.
2020, right? Yeah, I don't think he wanted to do it. Then fast forward 2025, and he's happy to do it, and it's the biggest interview of the year.
So, me and my team speaks about this all the time. I don't think that people didn't want to interview me, and you guys clipped this, right? It's not the fact that 6ix9ine didn't want to be interviewed by anybody, it's that nobody wanted to sit down and hear the truth. And they didn't want to use their platform to expose the truth. And then if anybody sat down with me, they're like, yo, this kid is so good at just logic, right? That we're gonna look stupid. So might as well just cut off his voice. Say no to the interview. He doesn't get the chance to make us look stupid.
Because your final interview was Breakfast Club, and you basically spun Charlemagne.
No, it's not in spun, Charlemagne.
You made it so that he could barely make a point, and that you were just controlling the room. He was
But
he was a guy in the audience.
That's not
which
spin.
nobody has ever done that.
That's not spinning. That's shutting down nonsense. If I say something that makes sense, he'll make it a joke. And that's what a lot of interviewers do. Like, you see how Vlad in that successful ass interview that we had, how many times he tries to go to the next question when I make a point?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, why don't you, like, when you ask me how many 9 Trey Bloods, you know, how do I feel about 9 Trey Bloods being released from prison? And I said, yo, Vlad, if I show you my phone right now, how many of those 9 Trey members that I told on still hit me up to this day, you'll be surprised. Any other person will be like, oh my God, this is Blockbuster. Oh my God, which 9 Trey members? He didn't care because it was like, it doesn't help my cause making you look bad.
But you felt like Vlad had that intent, that was his intent?
No.
Not really, right?
Everyone was like, how can we make 6ix9ine look horrible without giving him the right to really just make us look stupid and have us contradict ourselves?
Yeah.
Because who's going to be loyal to someone who wasn't loyal to them?
Right.
How are you going to answer that?
Yeah.
Right?
In retrospect, it seems pretty easy for me to imagine another world in which you were more loved by the industry and they were able to actually look at that situation and have more of a level-headed approach to it. Because, I mean, even the Gunna thing, like, you know, yeah, a lot of the cool Atlanta rappers basically, you know, X'd him out. But a lot of the fans got over it pretty quick. And a lot of even the industry, like, you know, why are you going to be angry? If you're Ebro, why are you mad at Gunna? Why would you be mad?
No, people are so, no, Ebro wasn't mad at Gunna. But so many people are so picking and choosing in this industry. Because remember when Gunna first did the Yes Man and he cooperated, right? And the fact that he sealed the deal or told the court, like, yo, why I said it was a game. YSL committed crimes and furtherance of the gang, while these guys are fighting for their life to prove that YSL is not a gang, it's music, whatever, right? Their lawyers, that's their defense. They're not a gang, they're a label, blah, blah. He's to go home early, that he got tricked, whatever, and saying, no, they're a gang, blah, blah, I understand this, blah, blah, I'm going home. Everybody was like, everybody just relax. Wait till Young Thug comes home and confirms that he ratted. Just stop. Everybody stop. Let's listen to F*** You Mean.
Yeah.
F*** You Mean. Wait till Young Thug. Everybody just chill. Little Baby's not saying nothing. These people not saying nothing. Just relax. So that when Young Thug comes home and say Gunna's a rat, everybody's like, but he has good music.
He had enough time to solidify himself as still making good music before Thug got out. That worked out pretty well for Gunna.
But aren't we talking about snitching? Ain't like now are we making new rules for snitching? Gooba was a smash hit. Trolls is a great ass song that was #1 in all genres on Billboard. So why do they get a good music pass and I don't?
But would you say that also like the public's mind when it comes to the streets has changed a lot since then? I think in 2019 or 2020, whenever you were going through your shit, it was a lot more, the people still believed in the streets, and now it feels like that bubble has burst for a huge majority of the fans. They're not impressed by the street shit like they used to be.
So that's what I'm saying. Why pick and choose now?
I think like the honest opinion of the masses has changed a lot too. And I think that's why so many of them are kind of willing to give you a second chance in terms of how they feel about you.
Because the difference between Gunna and all these people, right? These people really are falling out with their brothers, like people who put them on. Young Thug put Gunna on. Gunna took that plea to like say, yo, yeah, YSL's a gang, you know, they committed crimes and furtherance of the gang, whatever. Like if we're speaking clear as day and just facts are facts and don't ignore it, I didn't tell them none of my friends or none of the people who put me on. I put them on. And the positions that I found them, they were in critical condition. But people were like, damn, like we don't just, I hate that the message is right. We just don't want to listen it from you. Make sense? Like
you don't even need to use Gunna in this example. Look at Woody. I've been out and about in Atlanta with Woody.
Yeah, I heard
He
Woody's
is beloved. The people are going nuts for him, like little kids running up on him, excited to meet him and shit. Everywhere we went.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, that is something that would have been hard to imagine at the time. If you told us like, hey, there's a snitch in the Young Thug trial a year or two after the 6ix9ine thing, people would have had a hard time fathoming that he would get such a different reaction than you did. But that Woody is one of the many people that kind of probably showed people, hey, this street shit is not really what y'all believe it is.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. People pick and choose. You know what I mean? And there's no hiding it. You know what I mean? There's no sugarcoating it. There's no hiding it. Everybody wanted to use me as like the poster child, but when it's their favorite rappers, listen, it's different. Like, and that's what makes me approach the thing how it is. You know what I mean? Like Vlad was like, you know, Maf, you know, there's a lot of things that I know about Vlad. I just don't like making people feel uncomfortable. Like him not wanting to interview me, said a lot of things like you. But I never like make people feel uncomfortable because what I don't like being done to me, I don't do it to people. People don't have that same ethic. Like you said many bad things about me, but I will never like in our interview waste time doing it because it wouldn't get me nowhere. I wouldn't prove anything to like say, yo, you'll stop me. You'll be like, yo, he's a piece of shit or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You said that about me in the Vlad interview also.
No, I did because because 5 years.
Yeah, like who cares? You know?
Yeah.
We're honestly like anyone who like comes from
I
that era that still is even in the game. We should have a little bit of solidarity because there's so many people that aren't.
But I feel like you like, and I say this with all respect. I say that you wanted to like keep that like relationship with like other people to be like, yo, if I shit on him, I can be cool with other people.
Also, like I had a relationship with you before you blew up. Then you blew up and didn't want anything to do with me. So from my perspective, you getting a Fed case and telling and everybody being mad at you and stuff like, oh, this is great. We're gonna make infinite content about that. Which I do look down on people who make that kind of content, especially just because at this point, there's so many YouTubers that I know who their day in, day out is they make videos just shitting on people, saying that they fell off, saying that they're abusers, that they're monsters, that they're bad people, etc. And it's like, I look back on that era and I feel like it's kind of pathetic to be the kind of content creator where all your content is like, let me virtue signal about this person and talk about how they suck.
So I love that you bring this up because we could address this, right? So the content that people create saying that, yo, 2020, 2021, I decide not to make music anymore. Mm-hmm. People like, yo, he disappeared, he did this. Nah, I just decided not to make music no more.
But this is what, after that run that you had when you got out the feds?
Yeah. When I got out the feds, I just said, you know what?
You probably put out, what, 5-6 songs?
Yeah, so what people, and this is like the great part. So whatever minute this is, I'll rewatch it like 7 times.
We're like an hour and a half in.
An hour and a half in, I'll watch this 7 times. People don't understand that Billboard, I was so, Maf, I was so powerful, I was so polarizing that Billboard itself changed their rules just so I won't win. You remember that? I was the rapper who made Billboard cancel their bundles, cancel their count. They were like, he can't win. This kid will prove to the world that he's the best. And then when I decided to stop making music in 2021, they didn't know, like, is he faking, is he not? Once they were like, oh, he's really not making music, 2 years has passed, 3 years may pass, they brought bundles back. You remember that? Like, so now Cardi B released an album, like, what, a month ago, 2 months ago? And bundled her shit up. It went platinum in literally like, cause she used WAP from 4 years ago.
But that's different than bundling, just using an old song, right?
No, that's not different bundling.
Bundling is like you get a t-shirt and then it counts as an album sale because you get a download code, right?
I'm gonna release an album right now, right? And put Gooba on it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we would all look at that like, what is he trying to pull the wool over our eyes?
But you see, you would look at it like that for me, but when I just brought Cardi up, you're like, it's not the same thing.
No, I thought it was crazy when Cardi did that.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand how that works.
Like, if you just go back 10 seconds, for me, it would be like, we'll be like, but if Cardi was the one to do it, you'd be like, but it's not like selling a t-shirt and this. Everybody will come up with an excuse when it's not 6ix9ine because it's like, we hate him. We can't let him win.
But do you feel like it's still that, or is something changing right now?
But it's changing a little bit. But with the Cardi B shit, let's not forget that Billboard changed their rules just so I won't win. That should be a blockbuster headline in itself because it's like, nigga, like I'm that nigga. Like now that I'm realizing it, I'm him. Like, you know what I mean? And I try to, like I'm just a person that's very observant, very dissective on situations. Like, look at me, like Adam, I speak facts. Like, you could right now be like, yo, I got all this shit written out. What about this? What about that? Nigga, like this, that, and the third. Like, nigga, like I don't hide from my truth at all. Nothing. IRS came and raided my house, right? Why at that time I'm not dropping music, releasing music to make money, you know, through a label. I just said, nigga, this shit. Everything. Oh, 6ix9ine, he's just looking for clout. So I'm not dropping a song every week. Well, I'm not looking, I don't give a nigga, like.
But so why did you take that long break after
Because
all
I
those
just seen
records?
how fake the game was. Everything is fake. Clip this. You know how many, like, who's your favorite rapper right now?
Right now, first person that comes to mind, Vaughn off 1700. I like him a lot.
I don't really know who that is. Think about mainstream, like.
Okay. Mainstream. You know, I still listen to Thug a lot. I'll put Thug
All right.
on there.
You know how many fake streams? Matter of fact, I don't even gotta give an example about fake streams that Young Thug used. Wasn't Young Thug caught on a jail phone call that was leaked? Him buying fake streams for Gunna? So if he's buying fake streams for Gunna, an artist signed under him, you don't think he's buying fake streams for himself? Do you know that labels, I know you get paid by labels. Labels say, yo, here's this much money this month, post my artist once a week, once a month. I need this post right now. So labels control a lot of the fake streams, fake algorithm posts, like No Jumper post. Damn, I don't want to violate somebody right now, but just say post. Who?
He don't know about him.
All right,
Hollis.
just say I don't know. He said.
Two Hollis is like an up and coming
All right,
underground
so
dude.
post 2 Hollis. Give me 5 posts a month.
Yeah.
If I'm lying, I'm flying.
No, it happens all the time. Yeah.
Happens all the time, right?
To the point
Not
where
only,
it's like,
but not only you,
I won't even-
academics, rap, the page RAP,
Yeah.
the page rap spotlights, the page Hollywood Unlocked. These labels have you guys under payroll where they say, listen, do you guys know that fake likes and fake comments are a thing? So when you have the budget of the label part of your deal and they know you're scorching hot, they inflate your likes, they inflate your botted comments. They actually comment what they want the fans to say and buy the likes on that comment. So it could be at the very top and then you're like, oh, look at the most liked comment is this guy's the best. But it's a fake comment. It's a fake likes, a fake. So you see how I'm saying that? The industry looks at me like, damn, this kid is exposing us right now. We have to kill this nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
There's
like
people,
this nigga needs to get shot. Like, that's how they look at it.
There's people who the fans just think are just super hot. And I know for a fact that they might be paying me $10K a month. They might be paying, with all the other pages out there, I don't know, they might be spending 30 or 40K a month just to make an artist look hot. And I'm talking about artists who actually are kind of hot. Like, they are kind of popping. They do have popping songs, but people aren't fascinated by them enough to care about every little in and out of their life and shit. But the labels buy that shit. Oh my God, like, two artists will do a song together, and then one person will start talking shit, like their ops will start shitting on them for something unrelated, and then the other artist team will buy promo based on what their ops said.
I know exactly who you're talking about. It's a Chicago rapper. So it's a new Chicago rapper. I'm so ill with this shit. I know what Chicago rappers you're talking about. It's two upcoming, coming.
Legacy.
Yes. Huh?
No, I'm talking about like a older rapper.
All right. Well, I'm talking about rappers now. You know,
Yeah.
you're in LA. All the labels are in LA.
Yeah.
They, you know.
Oh, I'm sure there's a million examples, yeah.
So anyway, bro, it's just so fake now. That's what made me say, you know what? I'm done with this shit. Everything is fake. Numbers are fake. You know how you test something that's not fake? Go outside with the artist. It's not about pick. It's just about how the people receive you. You can walk into a 50-year-old bakery and those people know you. Like, I'm worldwide. Like, I just say, you know what? I don't need this shit. This shit's fake. You know?
But so from a money perspective, you stopped seeing rapping as being a good use of your time?
I just didn't give a fuck about it. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I just said, you know, I'm just gonna live a normal life.
But from my outside perspective, you living a normal life kind of seems like you drinking a lot and maybe indulging in the Hispanic women more than you probably should be.
Nah,
Who
I was
knows?
just hanging
I
out
don't know where
somewhere.
you're putting up your nose when the feds break in and find this plate of coke and meth or whatever, which
No, it
I
wasn't.
assume that's for the hoes. I would assume.
No, it wasn't. I was prescribed Adderall.
Right.
And I left my Adderall prescription at home, and I took some off the street, like bought it from the black market, and it was pressed with meth.
But also, you got girls,
Methamphetamine.
you got strippers coming back to your crib after the strip club in Miami. Yeah, they're probably gonna be breaking up some coke on a plate here and there, and maybe you forget to clean up the plate.
Nah,
'Cause there's-
that didn't happen.
There's 10 rooms in the house. Maybe you don't clean up the plate.
Nah, it didn't happen like
No,
that. No.
that's what I'm assuming. Hello, ladies. Damn, we got more baddies showing up. What the? But yeah, I mean, people definitely are so unbelievably immune. And now, but during your come up, you weren't really buying promo, right? Like buying promo wasn't
I
really.
didn't, bro, can you buy Instagram viewers? Like, I'm that
Probably,
nigga. Like,
but-
I'll break. No, I'm talking about
Oh,
like.
you're on live.
Yeah.
You're talking about when
So-
you had like 1.3 or some
Nah,
shit.
2.3.
Right.
Yeah, that's insane. Like,
That was wild.
so my thing is just like that's how you test, like, who's that nigga? You know what I mean?
But also that was during COVID, right?
So why Kim Kardashian didn't do it?
I'm just saying, like COVID, like every number.
Why did Cristiano Ronaldo didn't do it?
Every number was bolstered up a lot by
All
that
right.
shit at the
So,
time.
but
right?
why didn't they do it?
So wait, at what point did you start drinking more?
When I met Steve?
Nah, but you.
Nah, I swear.
Really?
I swear.
Damn, that's crazy. I see Steve like going clean like every other week.
Nelson,
He's done with the cigs.
dile a Steve que venga. I'm gonna tell Steve to come up.
All right, yeah,
So he can be.
that's a good clip. Definitely got to talk to Steve. But so after not drinking for all those years, what made you decide like, you know what? All right, drinking is a good time.
Nah, I don't know. I was just, I don't know. I was just like, I don't want to blame it on age. You know what I mean? I was just like, yo, let me just, I don't know.
Live it up.
Yeah.
Because if you're not drinking, like you're sober all the time, you're thinking like the old version of you was constantly thinking about how you're gonna make it to the next level in the rap game. And then at a certain point you decide, you know what, fuck this shit. I'd rather do a vape deal and get money like that rather than have to engage in all this bullshit that all these artists are doing in order to make themselves seem more relevant or in order to try to like coax more fans into listening to your shit. I feel like, you know, that the drinking is probably kind of like you kind of turning off the part of your personality that was just like unendingly ambitious about where you wanted to make it in life.
Yeah. You're basically trying to say I became an alcoholic.
It's like you went from like full-time
It's like,
sober hustling.
How do I squeeze it in there that you need AA, nigga?
No, but you went from like 100% of your time was spent sober, hustling on how you're gonna make it as a rapper. And then at a certain point you decide, you know what, I don't give a f. And then you start kind of drinking and partying a little bit more.
Yeah. Trying to just enjoy life.
That makes sense.
Cause remember, I was working so hard trying to make it, and I was like, "Yo, this is real. Everything is real. Everything is like." And then when you realize that this whole industry is just fake, you're like, "Let me get 2 shots of Henny." You know what I mean? Like for real.
Yeah, because I never listen to like the Apple Music playlists. And then once in a while, I'll just click on it because I don't feel like using the brain power to think of what artists I want to listen to right now. And I click on that shit and I see the way that the playlists are just instrumental in making Gunna a thing, making Offset a thing, making Wale a thing. Like all these artists that I don't know anyone who listens to them.
They get placed there.
But they get placed on that. And imagine how much that helps with the streams.
Yeah, because once you're in a playlist, you don't have to click on their name or click on their song.
You're a listener.
You're automatically a monthly listener. You're automatically simulated play.
Yeah.
Simulation.
Why do you think you never worked with Pump during the moment where you guys were both?
I don't know.
blowing
I
up?
think me and Pump had the same image, and we're like, he had Gucci Gang, I had Gummo, and I'm just like, yeah, we're both like the same image. Like when I used to go places, right?
People would
I
call
think
you that?
people would call me Lil Pump, and
Yeah,
people
yeah.
would call him 6ix9ine.
For sure, yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I'm Lil Pump. Like, so the way I met my DJ Nano, right, is my DJ, his baby mom was like, yo, oh my God, you DJing for Little Pump. So that was like some crazy ass, and that shit hurt my feelings.
It is weird though, because I feel like you and him are kind of in a similar.
He's my boy. I speak
you
to
do
him.
talk
Yeah,
now?
I talk to him
Oh, that's hard.
not every day. I'm bugging.
Yeah.
I spoke to him 3 days ago.
Yeah. I was
And,
gonna try to link on him tomorrow, but he's in Colombia.
Yo, bro, he texted me, he's like, yo, I'm in Colombia, wow.
yeah, and he was wild.
Medellin.
Because last time I talked to him, he told me he was sober, and then I call him in Colombia, and I'm like, oh, you are not sober right
Yeah,
now.
he called me.
Yeah, you're having a little bit of fun. But yeah, I mean, like, is there anybody else from that era, like, that stands out that you would have liked to work with, or you think that you could have made dope music with? The Juice WRLD thing stands out because you guys had one of the funniest beefs ever.
Yeah, I don't know. He just kept going on stage. I don't know if it was a sign from Little Bibby or Gay Herbo. He was like, yo, 6ix9ine, fuck 6ix9ine. I'm like, all right,
shit,
nigga,
really?
like, your
Oh,
bitch
yeah.
getting nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like, but it was funny because then we joked about it and spoke about it and we became cool.
That was a wild one though, because that made me feel like, you know, because I'm looking at Juice WRLD, I'm like, damn, his music is like really, really popular right now. Like maybe Juice WRLD is the one guy that 6ix9ine shouldn't beef with. And then you made fun of him for being the like lonely, heartbroken guy, and you kind of like leaned into that, like, oh, I still see the shadows in my room, and you're taking like his lyrics that are like very heartfelt to a lot of people and just making fun of him for it. And I was like, he kind of uncovered like how to go at Juice WRLD right there.
Yeah, so I mean, it was pretty cool. Shout out to Juice WRLD.
Legend, rest in peace.
Yeah, it was up the way he passed. Yeah, no, if I had to come up with anybody in that era to make music, I made music with Lil Baby at like that moment where he had like his drip, what was it, Drip Harder?
Drip Too Hard.
No, Drip Too Hard, it was like leaked, it was like other shit there, but fire music. I worked with Gunna. Who would I want to work with?
The X thing seems, I don't know how you guys would have meshed, but it would have been pretty epic.
Yeah, X would have been fire. That's a pick I would have picked.
Because you used to always be talking on FaceTime and shit, but
yeah,
never got to the
but
music.
I never
stage.
got to the music. But with Trippy, like he did the remix, but I wasn't on that shit.
Right.
What was who would I say? You know who don't get a lot of credit as good as, and I'm gonna name 3 of them. Little Tracy,
That's a good one.
Mar 90s.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's
Yeah, Mar 90s.
expect to
How
hear
you
that.
gonna finesse? Hey, pull up in a Bentley, could you pull up in it? You remember that shit?
a little bit, yeah.
Little Tracy, the hygiene, so Tracy, Mar 90s, and Uno are activists.
Uno. I
And
still
who?
see Uno here and there.
In that time frame, yeah.
I mean,
I haven't heard none of the shit they drop now.
yo, Lil Tracy, like all the best Lil Peep songs are with Lil Tracy.
Was like Little Miss Nicki Minaj?
He called himself Tracy Minaj. Yeah.
Tracy Minaj.
Yeah, he's still out here doing the same. What?
That was his shit
It
though.
does sound funny.
Nigga said Mar not dropping shit, he getting dropped.
Nah, but yo, Tracy was too on coke, so they had the industry plant Lil Nas X. They had to find a real gay guy. Oh, you just want to act a little fruity? We're gonna bring a real in here.
Yeah.
You know,
How do you feel about
I fuck with him. But we gotta call a spade a spade. Nah, but you know, Lil Tracy had the Old Town Road before that. He had a song called Like a Farmer that was like a country song about him being a farmer. It was like exactly the same as Old Town Road, and then they just the labels tried to sign him, but they couldn't because he was already signing a really bad contract with this guy Big E, and then they industry planted Lil Nas X and took his place.
I didn't know that.
It's crazy. What's your thought on like the underground or the overall state of like, you know, SoundCloud rap, quote unquote? How you feel about where that shit is at now?
The guys that never fell off and the guys who run shit, Suicide Boys.
Yeah, they.
Remember, Fat Nick and Pooya, shout out to them. They like didn't keep their momentum. Suicide Boys 2025, all the way from 2014 are still Suicide Boys.
Yeah.
But remember, they have the 3-6 Mafia sound too.
They got sued by 3-6 Mafia a bunch of
Oh,
times.
for real?
Yeah, after like working with them on production and everything, and then 3-6 Mafia
Because
still sued them.
shout out to Suicide Boys, but that's definitely a 3-6 Mafia sound. You know what I mean?
Can you listen to that?
Yeah.
You interested in listening to Suicide Boys at all, or is it?
No, I did. Like when I had that. Remember what was this other guy? Ether Wolf. What was his name?
Xavier Wolf. Ethel
Xavier
Wolf was
Wolf.
his original.
Yeah.
Because that's the first rapper I ever
Bro,
interviewed.
fire. But all them guys stole 3-6 Mafia sound.
He's actually from.
Oh,
Memphis.
shout out to Denzel Curry.
Shout
Like,
out-
you know what I mean?
You ever
Like,
see him?
I never seen him in person, but big fan of Denzel. Zealous Kami's idol was Denzel Curry.
Really? So does that make you happy when you see him getting a case or allegations at least that are like?
Nah, because P is my, and I know that, you know, like I said, it's a topic that, you know, is not really too, you know, I don't like anybody's downfall, you know what I mean? But if I could make fun of him, I would, but the respect I have for P, I wouldn't. I'm not.
So everything you've been through has kind of forced you to grow to the point where you can't necessarily just embrace that shit like the way that you might have previously.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm an old head now, like an OG, like I ain't touching that. But I want to respect Righteous Pete. You know what I mean?
But once you've been through the craziest shit, it makes
But
it
I
a little
will say
hard to
this.
take
I can
pleasure
say
in other
this.
people going through it,
I
right?
laughed the hardest when Zella Kami told that underage girl she has the best tits in the game. That was hilarious.
I must not have watched that video. Damn, really? That's a
Yeah.
That's a
It's not a video, it's a DM.
No, I know, but like, I'm sure that who's
That's
it,
how I know he watched the video, because he was like, I didn't watch that video, nigga. You watched that shit.
I get recommended all those YouTube channels that are telling the sad story of this SoundCloud
A
rapper.
Steve que suba. ¿Ella está subiendo? Yeah, I told Steve come up.
Oh yeah, for sure. So all right, this is like one argument that me and Wack always get into is that Wack always says that after you got out of the feds and put out the Nicki record and all that shit, that you actually got bigger than you were before that. And I always say that's bullshit, and that actually around the height before you got locked up, you were bigger than that period. What would you say?
I don't know. I mean, the numbers add up the same to me. Gooba is no features is at 800 million, right? I'm not bugging, Don? 800 million? 900 million? And, you know, I have Fifi and Bebe that's at 1.4 billion and 1.2 billion. So, you know, I went number one. I never had a number one before jail. I had a number one post jail, like after telling, snitching, whatever. And I dominated in both markets. Like my post prison, I dominated more in Latin and English at the same time.
So that Latin opportunity is just right there for you at all times, but you don't spend that much time out there touring and doing all the things that you probably could do. Would you say that your heart is not really in that kind of music the same way it's in rap?
Exactly. Because with the Spanish, I'm Latin, so I want to like dominate in both. But like, you know, there's people that's born into this shit that literally grow up and rapping in Spanish, like singing in Spanish. I just use it as a hobby, you know what I mean? Which I respect the thing, but it's just like, you know, I'm born in New York, born and raised in New York. The only reason I speak Spanish is because my mom doesn't know English.
If you were purely just about benefiting yourself, you probably would leave rap alone and just do the Latin shit and just try to be as big as possible in that shit.
Nah.
But it keeps drawing you back to the rap side of things?
Nah.
No?
I just do it for fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's got to be an infinite supply of chicks that you want to pipe in these foreign lands as well.
Nigga, I'll pipe anything, nigga.
But I know your type. and
What's
it's
your
like,
type? What's your type?
Probably not that different than you.
Latinos?
Latin with a BBL and looking like they work at Starlets.
Nigga said, I like this guy.
Nah, I know your type, and I always thought that was funny, like, because I wasn't in on the information with you because we weren't cool at the time. But when people would tell me like, "Yo,
No,
6ix9ine
it's not that
in
we
every
weren't-
strip
no.
club in Brooklyn and Queens, every bad
I'm
stripper."
fucking, yeah, but my thing is like, it's not.
Sorry, I don't want to suck your game for
no.
whoever this is.
It's
yeah.
not that. It's not that. It's not that. No, it's not that we're not. It's not that we weren't like cool. It's just nigga, you will badmouth me like every chance you get.
But I feel like during like the Gummo era, during this era, I was actually just showing you love and just because I f***ed with the music so much. And I actually, you read like a million comments and every once in a while there's a comment that just sticks with you and you remember it. Me and Lush were on the podcast talking about how much we were listening to you in 2018 and how that was just the sound of the streets at that time. And people commenting saying like, yo, like, that's how I know you a bitch. It's because you're acting like 6ix9ine was the hottest shit out at that time. And I'm like, I mean, maybe you weren't outside. Maybe you were in some different state where they weren't playing that shit. But during that era, I was unapologetically listening to your shit, even though I knew you didn't like me. Now, I started hating once you got the Fed case.
No, I know.
Then we're going to jump on this. Okay.
No, I know. I was just like, yo, like, damn, like, you don't ever see that the people you interview make no sense. Like you didn't see like the Billy Otto shit. You don't see that he's mentally unstable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, like, no, he's like mentally unstable. Like, you see, you can have a conversation with me and be like, all right, I know this kid is thinking, you know what I mean? And he's not just, he'll say some stupid shit, but it makes sense. Billy Otto, you would interview him and it's like, all right, did you finish school? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what to ask him. Like,
But think about somebody like Billy at the state he's in.
like he literally
It's
has
like-
the same chain niggas gave him like 8 years ago.
Many
like, you know
such
what I mean?
cases. But all I'm saying is that like there's a lot of like somebody like Billy, like he's lucky enough to have been involved with something that's so big that somebody like me is still down to have a conversation with him. So he knows he's got to talk about this shit. Because otherwise, what? He's just kind of a regular guy from Brooklyn.
It doesn't like ring bells to you that he never got arrested in our case.
I just assumed he wasn't shooting shit up.
I remember the fucking.
He was the one holding the gun in.
Yeah.
Oh, in the Gummo video. Wow. Okay. Well, you think he's telling?
No, I'm just saying it's just not like I don't know if it rings a bell to you. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I didn't think about it that deep, but shut up, Billy Otto. Yo, but okay, this is like strategy-wise, like we had so many conversations about like what you should do or should have done after you got out the feds, right? And like it felt like from my perspective, I was almost certain that you were gonna do some different shit. I thought maybe you would do some rock shit. The Latin shit you did do, right? But in my mind, you almost kind of like went backwards a little bit because I feel like at that point, people didn't really want to see you doing gangster shit, but now you're doing like increasingly gangster shit. Now you're in Chicago and you're trashing King Von after he dies and doing the
No,
slide
that
for
was before
Von
he
thing.
died.
Well, before he died? Okay, yeah. Well, no, why would you slide for him before he was dead?
No, Slide for Vaughn came after he died, but when I went to Chicago,
The original O Block moment,
he was still alive.
yes. I just
If I'm
felt
not
like,
mistaken. Yeah, hell yeah, he was still
yeah,
alive.
but then you go to the feds, he gets
Remember,
killed
'cause-
while you're
yeah,
locked
'cause I
up,
was
and then you
sk-
get out.
I was skinny when I posted the picture with me laying on the floor with the all white on.
Yeah.
But
Well,
when I
okay.
was fat, I went to O Block and laid flowers down because after he said something.
Right. I mean,
I think I laid them shits down for Newski. It was Newski, right?
so how did you get to know C. Gotti, who's the one that brought you to O Block, right?
Yeah, that was Rondo number 9's girlfriend.
Right. And so
But I
she-
didn't know her.
she
I
brought
knew
you there?
Cuban Doe. Cuban Doe was friends with C. Gotti.
And she's the one who kind of told you what to do in terms of
No.
going there? I mean, going there is not
No,
really.
she didn't say nothing.
You go there 4 a.m.
Yeah, we
nobody's
just go
outside,
there,
it's whatever, right? But
Yeah, she wasn't. She was just a Rondo number 9's girlfriend,
Uh-huh.
and you know, I was like I said, I was a big fan of Rondo number 9.
yeah.
But yeah,
How was that Cuban doll pussy?
I ain't gonna lie, it was good.
I believe you. But remember
hit
when she
that?
walked out on me? No.
Oh, that she did walk out on you. Why?
Because I was trying to ask her about Tato whooping her ass and her with you and all this type of shit. I'm trying to kind of ask about it, and she starts kind of like giving me like no answer and shit.
Got hit with the Chris Breezy.
So I start to be like, because he had already made that song, which I heard you say that song was hot, which that song was hot. It
was hot.
It never went anywhere,
And it
which
went
was
anywhere.
always kind of weird.
Yo,
but
who you feel like is the biggest domestic violence guy? No, wait. Let me get this out.
top 10 woman abusers.
Yeah. No, but listen. You know, bro, like, nigga, put yourself in there. It's out of me, right? Tato.
But
Chris
who'd you beat
Brown.
up besides
Wait,
Sarah?
Hold on. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Top.
That can't be
top,
you.
top
No,
three.
yeah.
Chris Brown,
Oh, well.
Tato, Jay Prince Jr.
Is he on there?
and Senior.
I don't know about their activities.
All right, wait. Let me finish. Blueface.
Ooh.
Diddy.
Diddy,
We're gonna
yeah.
ask Steve this too. We're gonna ask Steve this. All right, go. Give me a top three. I don't want you to hear this. Go. Say it. Top three. Domestic violence. Me, Diddy, Chris Brown, Tato, or Jay Prince Jr. All right, wait, Steve, you're gonna get mic'd up. Go.
Fabulous knocks his girl's teeth out.
Oh yeah, Fabulous.
He's got to be up too.
Yeah. Yeah. What's her name? She was
Men's
designer.
and women's mixed UFC
She
division.
was a designer. Emily B. He did knock her teeth out. All right, Blueface. All right, go.
I mean,
All right, Steve, stay here.
Blueface living that life day to day, yeah. I don't know though. I mean, shit. I just don't know. I don't pay attention to that much of that shit. But
Well, his domestic violence is pretty impressive because he goes with the knees.
wait, you were hitting Sarah with knees?
Yep.
Damn.
From my knowledge, from what I understand.
Muay Thai.
All right.
He had her in the clinch?
Yeah.
Damn. Yo, we're talking about this way too lighthearted. They're gonna be on us.
Wait, you give me a top three.
I think he's in top three. Dude, a knee to a woman, like.
I mean,
come on.
Sarah's a star. You know, most of these girls are anonymous. Sarah's out there.
Rihanna's not anonymous.
Nah, that's why Chris Brown, as much as he's cleaned up his act,
Yeah,
I mean, that's the most iconic.
Who
of
says
all
top
time.
three?
You
Okay.
and Chris Brown.
And one more.
I don't know the third, but you.
All right,
guys are-
there's Blueface, there's Fabulous, there's Jay Prince Jr.,
Wait,
there's
Blueface.
Tato.
Blueface hit Christine.
Yeah, Christine.
Oh, that's number three. She so had it coming. Like 100%.
Yeah, this is the best question anybody has ever asked ChatGPT. Who are the top 3 rappers of all time in terms of domestic violence?
All right, go ChatGPT.
Number 1, Dr. Dre. Damn.
he-
Number
Oh,
2.
Beats by Dre.
Number 2.
Beats by Dre.
Number
like
2
Beats.
is X.
Oh wait,
Which really-
I forgot about that.
I mean, that was a high-profile one. I can't believe they didn't put Chris Brown. Number 2 is X. Before his death, he faced serious domestic violence charges in 2016. And he never went to trial. He could have done 30 years.
Yeah, I know.
That shit was bad.
All right, let's skip that one.
Number 3, Fabulous.
Yeah, he knocked his bitch teeth out.
Nigga, Chris Brown beat that bitch Rihanna up and is flying around her.
Oh yeah, I mean Tory Lanez, shit. I mean that was a big deal. So I wouldn't think of it as like domestic violence, but he took it to another level. He shot her in the foot. Yeah.
What do you think about that, Steve?
Same thing. She did something.
Think about the YouTube title on this.
Right,
Like
there's
6ix9ine
two
ranks the
sides to
top
this
3
story.
domestic abusers of all time. Yo, they're gonna love this.
Somebody got slap a hole.
You don't just break a girl's teeth for her. She did something. Like,
Something happened. Okay, so you got him a gambling streaming. No, not even gambling, just a streaming deal.
Yeah.
yes.
And your narrative that you put out previously
Okay.
was basically that you got him this very generous deal. They gave him a couple million up front or whatever. He was supposed to get a streaming house to do content out of, and then he just said, "F this, I'm not doing it because I don't feel like it." Like the ultimate spoiled rapper, right?
Yeah.
And you were hurt.
I was hurt. Yeah.
Is this all still accurate?
100%.
Why did you do that?
So, started the deal, everything seemed good, right? Steve is like top of the world, we're streaming together. I spoke to myself, Vlad, but the way I worded it was
Wait, can I just say, I
No.
think he broke up with this chick.
At that time?
Yeah. So the first.
No, I don't. I
This
don't
was
want.
fresh off
No,
of
no,
Jade.
no. I don't want to.
so
No,
the-
wait. It's
well,
fresh
I
off of
think it's
Jade.
different, but
It was
say the
fresh off
first-
Jade.
Okay, so as soon as we got the $2 billion
Because this is the
wire,
first time we ever spoke about
That's
this.
what he. That's what he spent 400 grand on Birkin bags for random black hoes.
You are a
They weren't. They
full-blown white
weren't.
supremacist.
They weren't
Okay.
all black. They weren't all black.
But was that just a pure
No, but
publicity
listen. But
stunt?
listen. No, but listen.
That seems insane.
No, that was real.
A lot of times I
wait.
think you're like a mastermind, and when I see that, I'm like, maybe
No,
he's
wait,
just
wait,
crazy.
wait. Hold
That's
on, because
crazy.
people gonna adjust it, right?
Okay.
That's crazy. That's not.
So me and Steve, right? We blah blah this early. I'll say October, January, whatever. Of 2023. No, 2022. End of 2022 and 23.
Okay.
At this time, Steve's YouTube gets deleted, right?
Yes.
He starts a Rumble deal with Rumble, right?
Yeah.
With Chris and everybody. Steve's YouTube gets deleted. I contact Sam Cohen at my label. You know Sam. Carl from Create. I'm like, yo, let's try to get him his YouTube back. You know, I believe the head guy at YouTube was Timu. What was his name? Anyway, long story short, I contact that guy to get his YouTube back. We tried the streaming shit, right? I tell Steve, you know, we went to Brazil, right? For the favelas.
Dude, this is all over the place.
No. I'm
He had
explaining.
a deal
I'm,
for $2 million.
No, I'm
2
explaining.
million vanilla.
No,
and
wait,
he could
no,
not
but hold on.
fucking-
I'm
he
explaining
couldn't
how it
handle
went.
it.
No,
That's it.
no, I couldn't handle it.
That's it.
But
He's
I
not-
don't want to talk about other things that happen in the thing because I don't know how you are with John and everything, right? So we went to Brazil, right? That video never came out, right? And I was still with Rachel at the time, right? You never released it on thing. Then a whole thing happened in Fort Myers where Steve gave away 25 trailers, right? So the people that got hit with the hurricane. They said I didn't pass the background check, right? A whole bunch of shit. Anyway, long story short, me and Steve, he says he blames it on a breakup. I don't blame it on a breakup. I just feel like me and him weren't, you know, releasing content the way it was supposed to. We did an Andrew Tate Dubai thing.
Yeah, so drunk.
Yeah.
That up.
So we f***ed that up big time. Anyway, long story
Yeah,
short, we
fucked
weren't
that up
thing.
huge.
I f***ed up, you know, I f***ed up the deal. I f***ed up, you know, what Steve brought to the table. As you see now, everybody was like, yo, if 6ix9ine would have amended that streaming deal, he'd have been the biggest streamer in the world because everybody does entertaining. I was paid to do video games.
You just weren't feeling it?
I wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel like it was. You know, I don't feel like it was the right time. I don't blame the breakup. I take full responsibility.
Dude, is such a whore. Look at her.
Jesus Christ, that's not.
That's not. And you can't say that about her. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that's not enough.
It's a random ad. What the
Gotcha, dude. Made you laugh there.
No, but
crazy.
yeah.
Maybe you should be banned for other reasons.
So, explaining my point, you get the point.
I feel it.
Yo, Steve, do you want to discuss about the YouTube comeback?
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe that you're finally back because I've seen you being depressed and like not knowing what to do with yourself for the last few years. And it's funny because it's like, I 100% believe that I would be in the exact same position if like that shit was taken from me. It's like, you could try to stream, you could try to make content for other platforms, but ultimately your YouTube is like your identity, you know?
No, I mean, especially for me, yeah, it was for sure tough. So
You were all in. You were doing a vlog a week, going hard as
all in, yeah, spending all the money I've ever made on the videos. So it's nice just to be back and have this opportunity to, you know, I don't get my old channel back, but I get a new channel, and I'm grateful for this opportunity. And it puts me in a position to where it's like there's no option to fail. It's like I have to I have to be the biggest YouTuber ever. Like I have
You
to.
No,
couldn't
he
even-
is.
You
I'd
couldn't
say-
even be in Milk Boy videos, right? Like, didn't they tell them that you couldn't be like a consistent presence in their videos?
It's cap.
Yeah, well, the consistent presence is with all the channels. That was kind of the thing, the word consistent,
Yeah.
right? So I could I can go on your podcast one time, but
But if we're doing a show together,
yeah,
that's not good.
Yeah, or if I was on regular, like,
Bro, that's crazy.
so, but it was cool that they messaged me and said, hey, can we have a meeting? And, you know, I obviously knew that something good was going to come out of it. And it was worst case scenario in a way to where I have to make a new channel. But at the same time, it's like my last YouTube channel, I got 1 million subscribers in 30 days. And I've never had a video in my life from beginning to end under 1 million views. So it's like if I can just repeat what I did last time when I was like, which I think I can, right?
It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Trump.
Trump? No, well,
I think.
they're changing everyone's kind of going,
I just feel like a lot of that is like pressure from Trump and his campaign to basically be like, yo, if you are seen as censoring conservative voices, then we are coming for you. So I feel like that's why Sneak goes back. That's why I don't think they would have introduced this whole program of like letting old channels back in if it wasn't for the fact that they're scared of Trump. So I wasn't personally a Trump supporter, but you got to give it to them.
oh, no, for sure. I'm just thankful to be back and you probably can relate, like just having a passion and purpose, you know? Like I could only know you so well, but I can imagine if you lost no jumper, you kind
What
of...
am I doing? I'll be lost at sea.
You would
Go
lose
to
your...
porn.
I'd have to be a full-time star.
You'd be a
Imagine
full-time porn
so
star.
many drugs, I'll probably have a heart attack.
Imagine you lose both.
Imagine.
Imagine I lose my
You'll be on the domestic violence case.
for sure. Once you can't, all there is left is to beat.
Just beat Lana, dude.
You have to think about what you would do if you lost your.
He'd figured it out.
Yeah.
It would change everything though.
He would do...
Like, what are you rapping for once you don't have a?
No, he would shove his foot inside in bitches.
Yeah.
Like literally. Like this guy he's sick.
Do you think you got a problem?
Who?
You,
For sure.
In
He's
terms of just sex addiction, or
Not sick. He's got a problem though.
Yeah.
you love it too much? Do you blow up like good relationships with good girls because you can't stop?
Nah. I usually abandon them pretty quick.
Oh. So there's not even like long relationships to preserve. It just.
Yeah. I feel like Steve, every time he sees me with a new chick, he doesn't like, he's just like, is this the same one? Right?
Well, they all look the same to me, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I mean, they're not Asian, they're just black.
It's black, yeah.
I mean, he was in a relationship since high school, until very recently.
Yeah, but she's not black,
No.
right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Are you healed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I feel really good.
Did it take a little while though? I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah, since high school. I mean, shit.
Took like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we're good.
So you don't care about what she does now?
I mean, no, I don't care. I just hope that it's one of those things where like Steve will do it like right out of high school, whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like, so she kind of was just like tagging along with me for the ride. So it was like, this is her first time in her life where she can figure out like, okay, who do I want to be? Who am I? Like, I'm not just tagging along with some dude, you know? And I love her that much, and I respect and love. I just wish her the best, and I'm looking at it in a positive way.
Great guy right there.
That's a good speech. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, fuck,
Fuck
that.
that bitch.
No, that's how me. That's the nigga in me.
Yeah, I like what Charleston White said. He says you
Yeah,
said
you went
something along,
nigga.
You gotta stop being the N-word. Just stick to Mexican. Just you know, Nacho Libre.
But see,
Nacho
yo,
Just
that
stick
shit we were talking about before. Why is it so cool to say the N-word that even white people, Asian people, Spanish people
You guys
say
should
it?
just say it.
Nobody
nigga.
says. Nobody thinks it's cool to call your
No.
homie a.
But you said it. You see how you said it?
Even that, I want to edit it out. It sounds crazy.
No. You said it.
Nobody's
So,
like,
if you
hey,
said
my up.
You gotta just say nigga.
Yeah, but then that sounds cool. But that's what I'm saying is like,
Yo, that sounds
black culture is cool to everybody. And somehow Hispanic culture, it don't work.
Yeah, but listen.
say it.
Wait. Say it.
I say it. I own it. Seriously, I mean,
We just some chill.
no, you think about it though, like realistically, like
Literally.
you can't
It's
just
hard to avoid. Black people make shit cool.
no, super cool.
Hey,
But
yo.
like for me, I just love the blacks, right?
Yeah.
And then for someone like me who's given away multiple $1 million
To blacks?
to the blacks,
Yeah. You got it.
I feel
What
like
you want
I-
to say
I
to the
kind of-
niggas?
I feel
All right,
like,
so
I feel
just
like
say.
I purchased.
Look, you have the
pass.
permission. You got to pass.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Prolific N-word sayer is giving
Yeah.
you the pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the pass. I'll give you the pass.
He gives you a half pass. I'm giving you a full pass.
As a white man, I am happy to hear you not saying it right now because I feel like it would be a whole thing.
No, I don't gotta say it, but
Yeah.
I say it. It's like, come at me, bro.
Yo, have you ever f***ed a black chick?
No.
What do you think is better? Like, what race?
I think they're all magical.
Like, if you had to, like, not DV one, who would it be?
That's insane. That's the craziest way you could ever word that. But I don't know. I do feel like sometimes black women are great to have sex with because I feel like they're kind of naturally a little bit more athletic.
You like that anti-racial shit?
No, I'm just saying I think that
They're black.
the more athletic,
Yeah.
the more likely you are to have like strong muscular definition. I feel like that could help you sexually.
No, for sure, yeah. And they're gifted. I mean, they're black.
Yo, wait.
I
Yo.
mean, what, is that,
Well,
is
like
that funny?
you like track and field.
Yeah.
It's all
I mean, the NFL, dude.
yeah.
I
Why would they not be better at sex?
I just went
Alright.
to the NBA game. They're all black.
But me
besides-
too. I just went to a Lakers game. A lot of white representation. I was kind of
Yo, wait.
surprised.
Oh,
Yo.
for the Lakers, yeah.
How do you feel about the WNBA?
Never really watched it, but
Yo, that
Shout out to the
speaking of
girls.
black chicks, that in person, Angel Reese,
They're horrible.
she's pretty hot, dude.
Yeah, I'll hit. You hit injuries?
sure. Yeah.
Would you hit it? Would you hit as sex, or would you knee her?
Both.
In her? Yeah.
I mean, she's like the only non-lesbian in the whole league, damn near, right? Or at least that I know of.
And she's kind of sexy.
And she has a podcast.
That's hot. Like a thinker.
Does she have a podcast?
Yeah, she's like open-minded, like one of those like feminist open-minded girls.
I messaged her. I was offering to buy her whatever item she wanted in life, and she.
Yeah, they usually go for like Birkins.
Oh, that would have been easy. Not easy, but I was trying to buy her something way more expensive, Birkin, and yeah, just left me on red.
Do you still like want that you feel like you kind of have to pay for? You have to like buy them shit, or are you at the point where it's like if you have to do all that, you don't really want it?
I
And
enjoy.
I don't think buying is the way to like. I never bought pussy.
Yeah.
I gifted like something to them, and they're like, "Oh my God, this guy's the coolest guy in the world."
Or if it's your longtime girl, sure. But
No, I get a kick out of buying chicks things,
yeah.
new ones. Yeah. I get it's a little fun.
It's like role playing, no?
So right now I'm talking to this chick. Oh, dude, amazing. I don't even want to talk too much about it, but you know, right now, tomorrow I'm gonna buy her 2 watches. I'm gonna buy her a ring for every finger. I'm gonna buy her 3 necklaces and 5 bracelets.
Do you really think that's helping your cause though? I feel like that's you're setting the stage where like now you're gonna have to keep buying her shit.
No.
Rich, yeah,
I
rich,
mean-
rich and
Yeah,
with problems.
Maybe you want to do
Yeah,
that.
when a
but-
rich nigga wants you. No, and yeah, and your nigga can't do nothing. These hoes ain't loyal.
Hey, so one of your things that you were saying about him was you kept saying that he was broke. And then that kind of created this narrative, because a lot of people were kind of confused, like how 6ix9ine have money at this point, where's the money coming from?
Well,
You told us he was broke.
yeah, I think
Have you been broke since you've been out of prison? And at this point, where does most of your money come from?
no. I think, you know, I spoke about it on the Vlad thing. Like, I never said nothing bad about Steve because, you know, he's been a great person. You know what I mean? Throughout our whole friendship, I never felt bad. I never felt bad about him taking my daughter to Disney World and all this stuff. I think with the whole IRS situation, and I think I spoke to your mom about it. Like I had poor money management about like whether I don't know if it's cooking books or whatever.
No, you up.
Yeah. So, you know, me post prison coming out buying like 2 Lamborghinis, 2 McLarens. I think one of those McLarens I gifted Steve. 2 Rolls Royces.
yeah.
2 Rolls Royces. I think you gifted me a Ferrari. 2 Hellcats. 2 things. I thought that my accountant would write them all off.
Right.
Because they were in the Tutu music video, the Punani music video. My knowledge was that, you know, from somebody delivering food in 2017, having all the money in the world 3 years later, I didn't know that, you know, these stuff you don't write off. Like, I mean, it could be accounting thing. Did you write your jet off? The jet? Like,
Well, yeah, that.
so they didn't write any of my purchases off. And then when the IRS came in 2023, they're like, yo, you can't write those things off. Those are like,
They're not business expenses.
yeah,
in
but
the way that
they
you wanted them to
are
be,
though,
yeah.
because I'm like, yo, I'm using them for what, like an image.
Yeah.
I never wrote any of the clothes I had off, but like purchases like SVJs, Bentleys. I bought all of these things cash, no lease. I was like, why didn't you write them off? The IRS said that you can't write any of this off. Like my house right now, like it's no mortgage, all cash. They say you can't write that off either. There's something called like first time, what is it? First time
First
house.
time buyers, they get
Yeah.
like a special rate and shit.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, no, that doesn't count.
Wow.
So as I go back and think about it, like now that I'm like in that term of like negotiation with the IRS, they're having like no leniency with me.
Yeah.
They're like, nothing of this is written off. The only thing you could write off is like the jet to like Los Angeles to shoot with Nicki Minaj. So in 2020, they ordered me to pay $6 million, which is like, if I made $9 million that year, why have I keep $3 million and pay $6 million? So yeah, so 2018 I paid 2.1 million, and 2019 while I'm in prison I paid 1.3 million. As of today, November 1st, 2025, I've done paid $6.5 million to the IRS, and they still want $1.92 million, which is like accumulated interest and what is it called? Like fees of like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, that's unreasonable. Where's this money going? You know what I mean? Like I paid $6 million to the IRS. You know what I mean? Why do you guys want $2 million more in fees? Like, you know,
But you're super comfortable financially right now?
I'm financially comfortable where my family is good. I don't have to like struggle. I'm not on some like, what's this guy's name? The Chris Brown writer.
Oh, Kevin McCall. I just interviewed
Like
him.
I'm on
now.
AVT, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I'm, like I said, me and my family are financially comfortable where we can negotiate like with the IRS, you know what I mean?
But like, okay, say your accountant told you like, 6ix9ine, you need to make $5 million. Like you need to make, like you
No,
have
yeah.
a bunch of bills that you don't pay.
No,
What are you gonna do to make $5 million as fast as
put it like-
possible?
no. It's
'Cause
not-
I feel like there's a ton of ways you can make money.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay. I'm just asking, like, what's the
Yeah,
best?
I don't.
Best way for you to make
No, I'm
money
just
right
showing-
now.
No, I'm just
not
showing-
music, right?
No, it's music.
Okay, it
but
is
it's
music.
not like me
Alright.
rushing into a deal where I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna go sign this deal because, or I'm gonna go sell my catalog, or I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm financially stable where I'm chilling right now.
Because like at one point I heard Act just saying that you made $1 million from just licensing your image to a vape company, and I was,
Yeah, but
I guess I maybe wouldn't care about music that much if I could get those kind of deals too.
So if Steve could attest to this, I did that deal. I brought Steve to these people, right? Remember Steve, the Fume people?
Yeah.
And then they f***ed me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So they sued me because I brought Steve and someone else. I can't talk about someone else, but I had a deal with Steve's boy, which is my boy too, Neil, right? HQD. We're killing the game. Then Fume comes into the game and was like, "Yo, let your deal go." And because my vape was like #1 vape in the world. So like I said, all these deals is like, I'm not rushing into nothing because it's not like I'm like in need, like, oh my God, I need to do it. No. It's just to the point where I have to fix what happened in the years that I didn't. What is it called?
Pay your taxes.
Yeah, pay my taxes. To then be like, yo, take this off, take that off, take this off. I shouldn't be paying $70,000 a month for fees when we're still trying to figure out what's the, final payment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where we're at right now as of November 1st, 2025. Hopefully in the next 30 days from like this realm, we come up with that number.
So how certain are you that you're going to prison? Is it like
because
it's still
of
up
the
in
assault?
Is it up in the air right now, or is it like this is happening?
I'm scared because I can't control it, right? Because at the end of the day, like when that shit happened in the mall, the guy threatened me with a gun.
How do you beat up a guy who shows you he has a gun?
Because I'm just like, yo, I live with that trauma. Like, yo, if I let him walk away, he probably is gonna get more people to, fulfill his attack or fulfill his plan, right?
Okay.
So we beat him up in like self-defense, but the court doesn't look at it like that.
Right.
I'm not armed, he's armed. Then they raided my house March 12th, so I'm fighting 2 violations. I'm fighting the drugs that was found in my house and the assault. The drugs that was found in my house, a CI, somebody close to me, around me, said there was drugs, guns, and cash in the house. So they brought 3 different canines.
You don't know who?
No.
What?
It's crazy, right?
That
It happens every
nuts.
time.
The fact that you don't know.
Yeah. So that's what happened with the case going on. So I was supposed to get sentenced. Remember I told you we were supposed to do the interview November 1st, which is today?
Yeah.
I was getting sentenced November 4th. They pushed it back to November 20th.
Damn. So how do you feel about that? Like just the idea of having to go stare at the wall for a few years?
I mean, I can't fight it. I mean, you know what I mean? I can't control it, so I'm not gonna, break my head over it.
Yeah. You can't control it, but how hard were those years of you being locked up? Because you honestly came out and didn't really feel like you missed too much of a beat. You came right back and we're right back to the content and shit. But I mean, I'm sure it was pretty tough. You hadn't really been through anything like that before.
Like, how did I feel?
Yeah, just being locked up for that time period. I feel like
No, I mean,
so much shit was
no,
going on
I-
before and after that I don't know like where your mental
No, I was
state
hyped.
was at.
I was hyped to get back to it because I'm the type of person that I like to be told what I can't do. So when I do it, it feels like 10 times better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So like this most recent like run that you've been on where you basically like didn't do any media for a long ass time and then came right back and said, you know what, all right, I'm gonna flood the
Flood the.
But is
the pipes.
Is that like intentional? Like, oh, I'm gonna make them miss me, and then I'm gonna flood it, and then I'm maybe going to prison after that, so they're gonna have to miss me again for a period of time.
No, I just wanted to flood the pipes, meaning like, if I did go to jail, I have enough content out there to be like, yo, like, we miss just the genuine, of 6ix9ine, him being genuine, him having no filter. And then all the Young Thug shit, just exposing how contradiction like this industry is,
Timing wise, those. seemed like a good time to come back to.
Exactly.
Definitely. Where are you at with Kodak? We talked about this subject so much.
No, we just literally spoke like 4 days ago. We spoke 4 days
Oh,
ago on
okay.
FaceTime. I could show you. You want me to show you the video?
Sure, but
I mean, cause he had an event by my house, and we're like, yo, he was like, I guess that he was gonna come over after the event. But I'm like, yo, bro, it's already like 12 a.m.
I mean, that kind of poked holes in the whole anti-6ix9ine thing too, because he did a song with you, and yes, it was very controversial and very talked about, but ultimately, like, I don't think anybody thinks that that hurt Kodak, right?
Nah, because people, I mean, people are just scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are just scared. Remember, YoungBoy got offered the same thing. I guess people didn't want to be the first ones to,
But the version I heard was that YoungBoy wanted you to do a song that wasn't on some gangster shit, and you weren't really feeling that. Is that true?
Yeah, I believe so. It was like more on some positive shit.
Some Dirk and J. Cole shit?
I don't want that.
You could go to the local elementary school and get the kids to record a hook.
I'm trying to show it to you. Right. You want to take a shot, Steve?
This is just you and Kodak hanging out?
No. That was an event he was doing by my house.
Oh, okay.
And you see, I was trying to tell him to tell his lawyer to get me pardoned.
Oh, shit.
Because, like Trump is like, Trump administration are like, they're not just pardoning anyone. They're just looking into people's cases, seeing, and then, giving it a review. So, yeah, I mean, Kodak DM'd me before us getting on the phone, was like, yo, we should like run it. You know what I mean?
But you took the completed song and removed the part where he said, I'm getting cheesed by rapping with a rat or some shit, right?
Yeah.
You chose to remove that so he no longer had a 16
No.
he had like a 12 on the song, right?
It wasn't even 16. It was 8. And I spoke about this on the Vlad shit.
Okay.
When we were negotiating $1 million, right? Kodak didn't want to give the song till he got the $1 million, but we weren't gonna Fume wasn't gonna give Kodak the $1 million without him recording the song. So when he recorded the song, then Fume was like, yo, I think we were negotiating the NBA YoungBoy shit, so they never showed up. So I guess him and Wack were in the studio. He was like, yo, Wack called me like, yo, what's up with your man? Like, yo, I'm putting my face in this. Like, where's the money? Blah, 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 blah. Fume,
Right.
Fume was waiting, blah, blah. And then by the time that Fume brought the $1 million, I guess Kodak wrote that verse. But by the time that, I said, yo, don't even change it. We're just going to take this part out and just go through with it. Because I could have made him change the whole verse. It's $1 million. But I was just like, you know what? It's going viral. I think at that time he fell out with Anuel. Because remember, him and Anuel was close.
Right.
And I was like, it's going to go viral. This is the shit we need. We don't need that. And we put it out like, how you lose your bitch to a snitch. And I was like, yo, that's viral as fuck. Let's just leave that part in. And then when I was going to put the other person on it, because there was another feature on it, I don't want to, say a name. He was like, yo, if that person's on the song, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, bro, I'm going to leave your verse the way it is. Just allow this person to be on it.
Right.
Because I'm with the person. And
But you didn't look at Kodak as moving kind of oppy because his producer basically leaked the original verse. I feel like you had to be looking at it like, damn, Kodak.
No. His producer did that on his own.
Okay.
And, that's when Kodak started, Boosie dissed him. And then he was like, nigga, like, y'all nigga, I forgot what was that exchange with Boosie. But I didn't look at that because Kodak, I had Kodak face to face. We was vibing in front of the Fume office. We vibed at the music video. We vibed in his car. Everybody tried to give Kodak heat for it. I guess that was his scapegoat,
He didn't really respond. He didn't really let it appear like he was bothered.
No, he didn't. The only person he did respond to was Boosie. You remember that exchange?
A little bit, yeah.
But he didn't respond to nobody. We kept talking after that. I didn't look at it no crazy way.
I mean, that honestly was kind of like another vote in your favor, just in the sense of like, oh, Kodak did this. He got a bunch of shit, but then he didn't really even respond to it, and his life went on as normal.
Yeah, he didn't respond to anything, only to Boosie. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of learn that being in the public eye, that there's a lot of shit you just don't really need to respond to. You wait a week and it's gone.
Yeah, and like, you know, I pray for, you know, his health and all that shit going on right now.
All right, yeah, because that's yeah, maybe hanging out with you and getting that backlash made him like get more into the perks.
Nah, he was no, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was already an
when
issue.
they came with the and people don't know this, when they came with $1 million, I could have had like, yo, you gotta change the whole shit. But his state of mind at that point was like pretty like bad.
Really?
Yeah.
You never took a perk with him?
No.
You never been tempted to even try one?
I mean, I took a perk before for like
Pain.
yeah, pain and shit, but like not like on some like.
It's a dangerous thing.
Yeah, you like him?
A little bit. Like I was always like taking like a 10 here and there, and then one day like I think I took like a whole 30 with Brick Baby, and that kind of taught me.
Brick Baby is a Mexican rapper.
No, he's a black dude from Rolling 60s that he was a podcaster on No Jumper for like 2 years, and then he got caught up in the Rolling 60s RICO, and he's probably gonna do like another couple years for like interstate firearms purchasing and shit like that. But yeah, free Brick Baby. But yeah, he's like always been my perk head homie. So he got me to take him with him a few times, but ultimately I took a 30 one time and I was like, all right, I'm done. This is too much. I can't with this shit.
Yep.
All right. The one thing I just really want to ask before we wrap this up is, so at one point you make your return to the scene, but you got a new crew of YNs around you, including my boy Don Stacks, and you guys had some very viral moments together. In particular, you do Axe podcast with Wack and Hassan Campbell and shit, and we get the infamous "This the only rap we jacking" moment. And
Yeah.
that stood out to a lot of us as like, wow, this is insane. Like, this is just crazy.
because I didn't. So Don Stacks is part of it. Was you know, you said you was born in New Hampshire, but you was Bushwick. So he's part of Bushwick Projects.
Yeah.
Him and thing. So we all grew up together.
Right.
There's literally videos. If you guys look at Inferno, you can look this up. If you look at Inferno by 6ix9ine, before Gummo, before Post 1469, Don Stacks is in that video. But they're gonna ignore that clip.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you just like found some new homies. Those are
Nah.
dudes you knew from before.
Yeah, you can literally side by side this while we're interviewing and literally put Inferno by 6ix9ine and you see Don Stacks in that video.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it came from any ill will. Like, you know what I mean? Like Alpo was in Harlem smacking the shit out of niggas. You know what I mean? And bitches too. But I think they're not interview savvy. So when like Hassan Campbell was like trying his best to like, you know, like contest them, that came out like them not being interview savvy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think it was an ill will, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, after Gina came out, there was like a personal thing that happened, and he still hits me up to this day. I could show you the message, but I'm just like, he actually hit me up 3 days ago. Look.
For real?
Yeah, look.
Because when I interviewed him, he kind of described you sort of like abandoning him in Miami.
Nah, that's cap. Look. What was his Instagram? It was like 3 days ago.
I don't know. But you got any of the Gina energy drinks left?
Yeah, I have some in my house.
I would drink one of those.
If we would have did it in my house.
Yo, that would be crazy. You got any Gina NFTs?
No.
Energy drink /
Yeah, you remember that?
Right? Yeah, that was
Yo,
the era.
did you ever buy one of those NFT apes?
No, but I bought a punk.
What is that?
It was similar. It was like these little crypto punk heads. Like Jay-Z's Twitter picture was a crypto punk for a long ass time, and Me and my girl went halves on it, 150 grand total. I don't think it's worth anything now.
150 grand. So wait, so
Goodbye.
what is it now?
Probably close to zero, I would assume.
So you still have it?
Yeah.
What if somebody
we
just
listed it for sale.
What if somebody just screenshotted it?
Yeah, they could do that. That's a big problem with the NFTs. Yeah.
Oh, I got money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, all right. That was honestly
Yeah,
great.
do you think I would make it in?
Well, I heard you're making your debut soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that the number one thing that gives guys problems is just stage fright, not being able to do it in front of a bunch of people.
Wait, you do it in front of people?
Yeah.
No, it's just like just say if he was filming and I would just do it.
Well, I mean, like I have like my filmer who's normally the guy in the room, and I don't even think about him being there, and you don't say anything, you don't do nothing. But like a lot of guys, even like professional dudes, you know, they just have a hard time staying hard, like on camera or with
Can
a
you
couple.
take a honey pack?
For sure, yeah. I mean, they're doing way crazier shit than that. Viagra, Cialis. They got the injections. You can shoot your dick up with some stuff that makes it hard as for like 4 hours, and then it just goes away.
That's fire.
It's crazy. I never did it, but it works like a miracle, apparently.
And they do that.
You do honey packs consistently, though?
Nah.
I've done it. It's fun.
Yeah, I do too.
I never did it until recently. And recently I tried it a couple times, and I'm like,
they're
damn, that's just fun
They're
as fuck.
amazing.
That supercharges you, yeah. I hate to just endorse them like that, but yeah, it's a good time. Get some blood moving. All right, yo, 6ix9ine, appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
It's gonna be funny for people to see us getting like a little bit progressively more drunk throughout this. I didn't get fully shit-faced.
Nah, we didn't get shit faced.
Definitely drunker
but
than they're used to seeing me.
Let's literally go out right now and get shit faced.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Where are we going?
Wherever.
All right, let's go. All right, yo, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for sitting down with me and everything. It was a great time. Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it. Yo, did the Dodgers win?
It's tied up right now.
It's tied.
4-4. I told you they gon' What I said.
We could put it on the TV.
What I said, bro. I'm telling you.
Yo, Steve.
I'm telling you, bro. Let's sign out.
Like, comment, subscribe. We out. No,
Yo,
it's good, it's
Steve.
good. That's real.